The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another Wednesday night here on Beyond Wednesdays. Man, crazy. The channel has been rocking the last probably 6 months, 4 to 6 months. Absolutely rocking. I want to thank everybody, all the people that, hang out with us every live show. There's a ton of you that support us during the live shows. Everybody that's been subbing up and re-subbing. I know people have said that they've checked their to see if they're still subscribed to the channel, and they've been unsubscribed like twice in the last 3 months. So definitely check that. But just a big thank you to everybody, and thank you to people like Leg and all the co-hosts that help out the channel. It's really been kicking ass lately. So appreciate all the new subscribers, all the new supporters. It's been a nice ride the last it's almost 2 years, a little over 2 years now. So this place
Hell yeah.
Right?
Doesn't seem like it.
No, fuck no.
No.
It definitely doesn't. So yeah, Rain in 3 says, if you build it, they will come. Yeah, hell yeah. So shout out, new subscriber. What up, Meatwad? Yeah, man, this is very interesting. Last night was crazy. Shout out to everybody that was there for the live show and got to witness Dennis having an asthma attack during the show into the microphone, literally. So,
What kind of travel mic does he use?
So here's what happened. Okay,
I didn't see the mic, so I see it. I see the headset, but I don't know. But I know he's not at home.
Yeah. So this is so funny how this works out, right? Rob's gonna come. Rob says he's gonna be there, and then Dennis is like, "Yeah, I'm taking my daughter to, for her spring break to Chicago because it's the 40th anniversary of the day the kids went to detention in the great John Hughes film, The Breakfast Club." So Dennis is out there, the 3 days before the show, he's out there, doing this in a field, somewhere with, three spring breakers that, are causing him to have to eat vegetable pizzas and stuff. So whatever, man. And, sorry. I'm getting way stoned here. Quickly. The RSO is kicking in. And my dog is barking. I apologize. I might have to go stop her. But anyways, so Dennis is in Chicago, and he's got a tablet, like an iPad, and he's gonna get a connection the day before to hook up a mic to it, and it doesn't work. It just won't work. So we find that out before the show. So we're having him like 10 minutes, 20 minutes before Rob gets there. We're having him reinstall the new operating system on his tablet because the mic won't work unless it's a new and then the mic didn't work at all, and then all that craziness, and his mic kept on cutting out. So like I would have to, if you ever saw me do this during the show, is me telling him, hey, your mic isn't working. And then Jesse's back in Arizona, so he's not at his own setup, so he's on a laptop too. Jesse was fine, other than he had some background stuff going because he was at the store. So I'm playing mute unmute the whole fucking night. Just whenever you guys saw somebody mute Dennis or Jesse, that was me just on the mute and unmute button. And shout out to all the moderators. Like, I appreciate that. It's kind of crazy to have the mods have to actually act as mods, but that show's built different, you guys. That's not a normal Wednesday, or especially not a Saturday night style show. That's a show that I'm not smoking before. I'm actually preparing for. I try to figure out my 1 or 3 spots to get in, and I didn't want to. Rob doesn't know me from Adam. He knows those 2 guys well, which was great. So it worked out in the end, but we're going to get, Dennis did sound like Darth Vader last night, but you know what? It went as good as it could, and it is what it is. I think, listen, AOA says I can't stand Rob. Sorry. AOA, listen, man, I'm telling you, go listen to Rob's observations. If there's anybody out there that thinks that Rob Liefeld, they don't like Rob Liefeld, take a chance on Rob's observations. Listen to 3 episodes. Just give it 3 episodes. That's the same thing I used to tell everybody about Joe Rogan back in the day. Everybody would be like, I'm not listening to fucking Rogan. I'd be like, give it 3 episodes. Just give it 3 episodes and it'll be amazing. You know what I mean? So the way he talks about comics and the history of comics, and he knows so much about all that stuff. It's fucking awesome, dude. So it's good shit.
Yeah, and there's the same thing that we joke around with the mods. So there's or about being mods or me trying to mod in there. I'm not really trying to mod, but there are
super
what
trolls.
Other people you got to remember a little bit also is this is that's an opportunity for this channel to grow, is to have someone like that's that recognizable. There's a lot of recognizable comic people in here, but I don't think unless I don't know who I would forget that you had on as a bigger name of a guest. Plenty of comic people, but nobody that's had the influence. Whatever you think of them. If you want to get it out, if you want to get out your feelings on them and stuff, some of the other ones, they could be there. And we respect everybody's feelings, and most of you have good arguments or good reasoning why, or something. If you got banned for no reason, which we know can happen, not here, but like on Rob's Whatnot or something like that. Yeah, that happens. But something like that, something's really good for this channel. Got to give him a chance to talk. And with industry people, it's not just him going on by himself. So it's good to get more information. And definitely, obviously he was going to be more comfortable with 2 people that he knows. I mean, so yeah. It was Jesse and Dennis pulling strings to get him on there, for you and for the channel and for that show that they do with you on Tuesdays now. So yep. Great opportunity, good show. And you can tell he's always, wherever you're going to get that guy, you're going to get a good guy, because he's just going to say whatever the hell he wants to say. He's going to go in there. He doesn't, he's beyond that.
Let him talk.
He's the version of he's like comic. You're going to hate me saying this, like Comic Chappelle. It's like, he's got the FU audience, the FU comic money. He can just be in it for whatever reasons that he wants to be in it. So that's him. That's who you're gonna get. That's who you got last night. And I don't think anything was really controversial on there, unless it's something other people. Oh, he did this back in whatever, stuff like that. And I don't think anybody's taken away from him your feelings or personal observations. But it was nice to be able to have him on there. So
yeah, let me bring in the Hood. What up, Hood?
Hood.
What's up, guys?
How you doing,
what up,
brother?
brother?
So,
man, that was a great interview last night, man.
It was fun,
it was
right?
Fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, and good show after. I don't think I've seen the Third Eye guy, but I've known about Third Eye since I got back. I mean, like I said, my return to comics was like New 52, 2011 and stuff. So I've been back in this, and One Eye with a lot of exclusives and emails, and as far as everybody that's ever, I've known a lot of East Coast people. That's their LCS, from Wood to whoever. A lot of people going with theirs. Supposedly doing a great job for comics. So that was really great to have both them and at 2 different times also. Yeah. So you can spend more time with him as well, rather than bogged down whatever. I'm
Yeah.
sure if you would have put it in the Beyond Wednesdays chat, I'm sure there would have been 14 of us trying to log in at the same time, when that's obviously wasn't the point of the show, So really good
Well,
stuff.
my whole thought process on that show for me, I wanted to ask one or two questions, express one or two points, and then just kind of chill and lay back. And then hopefully that's like an interview, man. And hopefully he had a good enough time that maybe in 2 or 3 months' time, we could ask him to come back for another hour, hang out, have the same, cool conversation about history of comics or something that's going on. And, this can be a place where, maybe he enjoys, hanging out and talking comics with his peers at some point. And I would love to have that be for anybody out there in the industry. Like that's the whole point of that show, is to kind of be a place where, LCS owners, publishers, people working at publishers, writers, artists, whoever that's working in the industry, retailers, are able to come on and learn things and then talk their shit, get shit off their chest, educate on certain things. That would be sweet for that show. So we'll see. You never know. But it was a lot of fun it was also kind of cool because, that whole thing happened in Baltimore with that bridge, and that's where, kind of they're based out of. So,
Man, that was fucking nuts, dude.
yeah, man. Absolutely
Fucking
crazy. So
Crazy, man. You know what I like? That he was describing when he was working at an LCS, right? Back at the same time I was. And a lot of people trip out was when the new books came on Fridays. It wasn't no Wednesdays, and you couldn't get books on the day before like you can get new books on Tuesdays at some places. But man, that was the shit, dude. On Fridays, right before the weekend, man, that was nuts, man. It was fucking nuts. And that was pretty cool because he was at LCS right at the same time I was, with the Dark Knight and the Watchmen, and man, like I that's when I was fully bought in to that interview last night.
Oh, dude, when he said a lot of things that I loved hearing him talk about, man, that I didn't expect him to talk about. He was pretty open to talk about some shit.
There was a switch where like it was because a lot of people don't know the backstory of a lot of this stuff, and he can fill in a lot of pieces just because of what he knows and what he's been through, and
well,
but
even this is the crazy part, right? So if you guys didn't see this news came out that day. This thing about the Gemis renaming the X books, so they didn't have to pay him. I mean, if you guys didn't see this is crazy. So, Bill Gemis renamed all the books that Rob had, created and had, work in and stuff, and he rebranded them all, so they didn't have to pay Rob the royalties. Which is crazy, man. And these are all the books that, I remember this. This is when All Red took over X-Force, right? Mm-hmm. And which, it's a shitty situation, but I'm a big All Red fan, and this was a fun time period. I remember Agent X, for the Deadpool stuff, right? And like the Cable stuff. Like, it was weird, man. And I didn't know about this. Did you guys know about this?
Hell no.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that they, but would you blame Marvel? Like they had just this mass exodus and said, fuck you to Marvel. Like, I think that was the next way they could get back at him, is like a big company like that's not going to turn around and pay him royalties after they left. And they left for all the right reasons. They did something that, and it was amazing too, because Rob said that he thought that they weren't going to be the last, that there was going to be a upcoming group like themselves to leave and set a trend, and that never happened. And I just, from my take on it, there hasn't been that talent all together that young and that we're all friends, you know, to say let's go and do this.
Yeah.
You
Dude,
know,
it literally changed me. Like it's
right?
seriously, I'm telling you, because I was big into comics at the time. So was everybody.
Mhm.
I know you guys were, and then to see all of those creators, all the ones that we thought were like these badass artists, because there was some really bad art under some of the characters that I really enjoyed. Some really badass stuff, and to see them all decide to go independent, make a company where the creators are going to own the rights to those characters, and they're going to create an all new universe. And they went ahead and did it from so many things. But to see Rob, to me especially McFarlane and Jim Lee at that era to go over there, I think was Youngblood Youngblood's their first title,
Yeah.
and not too and all around the same time. You got Wetworks, Wildcats, Spawn, things like that. I enjoyed Spawn, and I'm gonna tell you, I can't tell you for sure. Like you'd have to read Spawn more than once to catch on.
Well, here's
Especially
the
when they
crazy
started
thing.
doing the different writers towards
Yeah.
the end of the first
Yeah.
10 or whatever number they started on.
The crazy
To have,
thing.
even to see me, I'm like, what the hell? I mean, some people think Cerebus is a Spawn character.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
understandably, to tell you the truth, if you're not,
But you want to hear something
I knew
nuts,
that he
dude?
wasn't, but it's not like I was ever a Cerebus reader.
He talks about in one of the podcasts. He was talking about whenever he talks about the image times and the good times, it's so fun to listen to. He was telling a story about the good times, and then he ended it and he was talking about like when Rob and Jim Lee left, they were each doing like 10 to 20 books a month, and McFarlane was only doing 1 or 2, 3, and so when they left, that was a huge amount of books that left and Image wasn't doing anymore. That I don't think people realize that how many books Liefeld's camp and Jim Lee's camp were putting out at the time. It was unreal the amount of stuff they were putting out. So, but this blew me away right here. So Rob commented on his IG about this whole thing with Bill Jemis, renaming the X books to stop not having to pay Rob royalties. He said, at least after all these years, they say it out loud. Sad. Imagine introducing Cable, Deadpool, Domino, X-Force, Shatterstar, Strife, etc. Make no doubt whatsoever, these characters never make it to the page absent my hyperactive imagination. I had sold millions of copies for Marvel, and then to learn from a first-hand inside account that they were attempting to maneuver me out of my deals. It was that's crazy, dude. And then there was another comment where he basically was like, I want my family to know like that I fought for this, which was crazy to hear. So appreciate Sal for the sub. It's just very interesting, and that was all that news was kind of happening in that time period that he was coming on the show. So, it was very interesting and to have him talk about what he did. So, if you can get over the breathing in your ear,
what hurt the guys at Image, they were all good and thought of as like premier, and it. I don't know. I don't want to say it went to their head, but I think they got competitive, and that led to, Silvestri getting pissed off at Liefeld for recruiting like Michael Turner, trying to take him off of his imprint, and Liefeld was offering mad money to artists under his umbrella. And the other artists didn't like that. Liefeld was the draw. Everybody like was talking McFarlane, and bro, everybody was just getting off on Liefeld. Just because of the big splash pages, and he's big on that. And big influence on him. He talked about it last night was Kirby, and Kirby. He would show like the big splash pages last night on Kirby. That's why Liefeld kind of and fell into that kind of influence.
Yeah. Well, you brought up Jim Lee, and I love following Jim Lee. He's in Europe right now for some stuff, and he posted. Check out this. I just want to let this play. He did this drawing. He woke up at 6 a.m. He said he had jet lag, and he's like, I just had to get some drawing out. And if you follow Jim Lee on social media, this is the type of shit you'll get. You'll just constantly get him drawing sketches and giving it to somebody. It's pretty cool. This is crazy how he did. Like,
it's like he's talented or something,
right?
Dude,
that's AI though, right?
That ain't nothing. You see, like on that, I don't know if he has it on that Instagram. Did you see what he drew for his wife?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about, dude. Yeah, I'll show that.
Wonder
I'll play
Woman?
that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
That is like next level, dude.
Well, did you see all the comments on it from all the other dude? You got to check this out. Watch this.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. So they're on the plane heading to Europe, and he's drawing something, and he gives it to his wife.
Like those first class pods, man.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the book on that.
Yeah, so he tells her to hold it up to the light, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see how he did it. Okay, he drew it on the back.
He shows him drawing it, and I guess this is something that he's been doing. He's been playing with a lot lately. These light things where you hold them up to the window. And he kind of explained it. He did a little explanation when he got to the hotel or wherever he was at.
Imagine being able to draw that well on an airplane.
There's a lot of artists who are just chill and they don't draw all the time. But the artists that I've known are like drummers. Like when you know a person who's a drummer, they're always air drumming or they're always tapping on something. That's like all the artists that I've known are always drawing. So it's interesting. Like you could tell that Jim Lee is like that, obviously.
For me, Brian, it seems like Liefeld and Lee are starting to fall in love with art again, and just
Invisible Jet. I love it.
Yeah, is that nuts?
So
like,
cool, dude.
Dude, that is just like out of this world, bro.
Check it out. Hold on. Let me get this so I can show everybody.
Wonder Woman that I did for my wife, but I did it on the plane, and the reveal worked somewhat on the screen that's in the plane itself, but I don't know, couldn't really tell from the video I shot. So anyway, this is the cleanest version of it. So here's Wonder Woman, and here's Wonder Woman in her invisible jet using Mother Nature's natural light box.
That's tricky.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. So
the Eiffel Tower in the background.
But did he have to draw the jet backwards in order to get that?
I don't know.
Right on the opposite side.
I don't think so. He just turns it. He might have.
Okay.
He might have. It's pretty crazy, dude.
I don't think jets are backwards.
No, just like inverted. You know what I mean?
So check this one out.
I think jets have two sides, dude.
Listen to this. He says, at Bar Hemingway here in Paris, and they have a section behind the bar of portraits of Hemingway drawn on bar coasters. So now he's drawing one on a bar coaster to put behind there. That's fucking cool, man. That's cool shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Like that was one of the cool things about the Comedy Store, going in the Comedy Store and seeing everything on the walls, all these different comedians and stuff, and just seeing stuff like this. I love these type of things when bars do these type of weird things where you pin certain items or... That's fucking crazy, man. Nuts. Good shit. Oh, sorry. You guys, gotta tell me that I'm watching it and I'm not showing it. My bad.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize. I thought you were just telling a story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not even funny, dude.
Dude.
That's nuts.
Yeah. He's just sitting across from you in a restaurant like that.
Hey, does he even need to sign
Dude,
it?
I don't. Look, man, I sold me things to the candy bar when I was 6, but and I don't even remember that if I did. But I'll be honest. You saw that sitting on a table, you might be like, man, I'd really love to have a Jim Lee Hemingway.
Yeah, no shit, right, dude?
Just saying. Yeah.
One of one.
Yeah, super cool.
All right, let's jump into new comics real quick before we got a lot to talk about tonight.
What that? Let's talk about that fucking 9.9, bro. What the fuck is up with that, dude?
We'll get there.
Fuck that, man.
All
That
right,
is
you're
some
kind of forcing
that's
us now,
fucking
dude.
bullshit, dude.
We're not skipping that, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that, bro. That is some fucking shady shit, dude. And I had to let it marinate. You know what I mean? I was like,
Dude.
because that's what I do. I press books. Like now it's gonna like, bro, you can't get a 9.9. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
fuck
yeah,
that.
and I'm doing the books for Drew's shows. Yeah, obviously, like a lot of I'm getting plenty of
Shout
people
out Billy,
9.9s,
Economics
but
and Comics.
They're more on books that are like die cut or a straight cut cardboard, for lack of a better term. We can use all the little terms, stuff, foils, things like that, things that are almost perfect to begin with, that I only have to do minor imperfections. And you can't press. Yeah, you can press those books, and you can also, and you can fix little things without pressing them, but with other tools, obviously. And slides a fingernail occasionally, but like I'm just saying, you can get that. So it's like okay, great. I mean, I look great and all that, but let's be serious. This book of all damn books that they're gonna recon, they're gonna pick a 50-year-old book that we all know, dude. You're gonna tell me you ever happy when you open up somebody's pressing package and that book is in there? You're like, son of a bitch, right? It's kind of square bound, I guess, but it's very difficult because of the glue. So you can't just throw that thing in a heat press to get it off like in the same way that you would any other books. It takes a lot of delicate stuff. You can melt. The easier way to do it, it's very easy to crush that spine. Okay, and also this of all the books, so you can argue. So they have to gauge this thing. Like, dude, have you ever seen that thing with the perfectly like square flat spine in your life? Like,
that would be a negative Ghost Rider.
Yeah, not even close, right? And it doesn't look like, and that's why even you can use a little bit more pressure, even if it's gonna somewhat impact some of the glue, because you're not gonna crush it and it's gonna basically look the same, and nobody's gonna know how it looked in the first place. So if you fix the rest of the book, you're not getting judged on that spine. So of all the books, for all of the people, they're gonna go ahead and upgrade this for Mr. Pink. That's directly, it hasn't even hit the census yet, because they say it's in the last day or two. And I checked literally 30 minutes ago before the show, not on the census. They're not updating at 10 o'clock at night in Florida. They're going to pick this book of all the books that are going to be impossible. There are, I looked it up before. We've got 2, if you include Signature Series and 2 restored. We've got 251 9.8s of this book. All right, 250 of the most this is one of the most sought after books of anybody's collection of any era. This is 1975. This is the whole new system. This changed comics as we know it. This is one of the most iconic books in the world. And for them to just all of a sudden, hey, look it here, and did it get submitted? No, it's the same. It's if you're going to lend credence to the Mr. Pink story about who's running what with the auctions, like this is now of all times is when we're going to do this. And those of us standing behind me standing behind these foil books and square cut 9.9s, I always thought there should have been more 9.9s. That's my opinion. Are we starting at 10 and going down, or are we starting at 9.8 and going up or down? What are we doing here? And you never really get a true answer. We went through the videos of doing a 9.9, and how out of a book of how can you get like whatever it was 77 9.9s and 110 out of 400 books? Actually, in those type of books, I thought that's not far off. They should have always been doing that instead of just 9.8 pre-screens. Used to be 9.8. So whenever you have a 9.9, that was way out there until the cardstock books started to come out, and they didn't even catch on right away. So I don't think, of all the times to do it, I know they're trying to do more, but of all the books that they're going to pick, this is a bad look to pick. This is a bad look to pick because I truly don't believe there's any perfect version of this book, or that this book is more perfect than the other 239 blue label 9.8s. There's just no way. There's no way. And I'm not, and as someone who's been getting more 9.9s on some things, because everybody's been getting more on these new books, and books are printed differently. So I that's the part I've been sticking up for, because books are printed differently. And I've had people show me, look at the stack of these books, and I submit them under my account, not under somebody else's account. I'm not I might submit a lot of books, but I don't have a bunch of like personal relationships on the phone to CGC to get in to call people. I've done shows with Brock and things like that, but had the same people help me out at cons and things like that, so I'd say hi, but I don't submit under anybody's else's name or anything. And to have this book with all there's always little wrinkles down that spine. There's got to be a couple. If you're gonna tell me that somehow they got no wrinkles into this thing without, I don't know how they do it. I don't know what to say, and I don't know how they could do it without somehow manipulating the paper or something more than the way that we do it that is allowable. And supposedly all that's going to be allowable is anything that's untraceable. And I don't know of any chemical to do that, because the chemicals are going to be for cleaning, not for pressing, because all you're really going to need is heat and water vapor. I don't know. So I don't see this. And for them to just put it out there and for it to go to auction, it's a bad look, man. It's a bad look. You find something else that has a 9.9, like let's say Secret Wars 8. Okay, like millions of them printed. There's already 9.9 out there. Spider-Man 2. Okay, yeah, like you have a new 9.9 of that. I can say okay, because I've seen copies. I've been mailed copies that clearly have never seen the light of day on that book, and I've definitely never got a 9.9 on that book. But I've had a lot of Secret Wars 8 9.8s in my name, 9.6s and 9.8s. And okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's a typical piece of paper, like typical, 32 pages or whatever it has. Typical spine, very flat. You can go ahead and you can press it with. It can take some moisture. It can take some pressure. Take some heat. Yeah, I can see that going in there. This book, come on, dude. I don't think it's a good precedent to be setting.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like literally. Like, what has it been? Not even 2 months since 9.9 Newsstand came out, and Matt Nelson revealed that we're going to pre-screen for 9.9s, and bro, like there is an agenda, man. Like, but don't fucking insult us by taking this book that is 50 years old. 9.8s are like there's only 200 of them. Like, are you fucking serious? And then all of a sudden, bam, 9.9. You're fucking, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
and for Metropolis, and it's going directly into, I think, Comic Link, right? So,
dude, who are the public relations people?
It's going right in every CGC box you get has a flat. I could probably pull it out right now if you want. I throw them all away, so maybe not, but I do have boxes down here. There's a an 8x5, color card in there. Sell with Comic Link, submit to CGC. It's just an advertisement. You want to sell your books? Go there. It's in every single box. That's in every single box. And to have this book show up and go straight to auction, it's not like you're gonna. I don't know. It's the same thing when only breakers pull 101s. It seems like to me. That's all I gotta say.
For the life of me, like you would have thought all the shit going on with CGC, we need some PR people, right? At least somebody with some experience. And then because somebody with experience would go, bro, don't do that book. Don't do that book. Do a G.I. Joe #1. Do something from the 80s or something like that. Like, I've seen 9.9s of Secret Wars 8, but it had fucking triple cover. Same thing with 361 had fucking triple cover. So you take the best cover and then, I could see that. But then just randomly, you know what? This is a 9.9. You fucking bullshit, dude. I'm going to send all my 9.8s back and make them give me 9.9s. Like, are you fucking serious, dude? Like, is that where we're at now with CGC? That is just a huge fucking slap in the face, dude. Like, this is like it's like, come at us, like we're gonna do this whether you like it or not, And it's just like, bro. Well, I don't know. I'm still in shock, dude. It was like, I know they were coming out with 9.9s. They already, you could see them trickling in, but like you said, like it's all new shit. Like never did I expect, of all books, because I've pressed this book so many times, just like you. Like this was like during COVID, every box I opened had giant size X-Men in there. Yeah. Like, you've got to be a mad professor to fuck around with this book, dude. And like, you got to have a lot of experience to fuck around with that book.
And I don't know if it's just me. You notice for some reason there seemed to be it could be just my experience, or maybe because it's harder to get them out that I pay more attention. But they seem to have like pen imprints.
Yeah, dude.
Is it just me?
No, dude. That's the way most of them are, dude.
Yeah.
And to have it's an all white cover, dude. Like you're telling me it's so pristine and there's nothing, no dirt, nothing on the back.
Well, those staples are a pain in the ass on that book too, right? They have those staples, holding the actual book together.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. And that's the other thing to get this, because there's the staple imprints are on the
back,
on the front. The other thing, I wish Chris was on here. Because I just know him, and because I don't know this guy, but he's subbed. He's one of those guys that subbed a ton of these GSX, or a good amount, and we always said that it came back. You always expected this book to come back higher grade than you would because of the imperfections. I don't know if that's the way they're gonna just. I don't think they're gonna justify shit, but like it seemed like, oh, you think it's a 9.0, but you end up like a 9.2 or 9.4.
Yeah.
Kind of on it, so I think they do take into account how hard it's going to be to get staple imprints out of the front of that thing, and then with this one, because you can't, it's so difficult to put to have the right moisture and pressure for those, and that it's to me it's always been okay if they didn't. You can't get rid of them all. Not in my opinion. Yeah. It doesn't seem to a degree. Of course you can, but it's okay. Like it's okay because that's how the book came, and they're not judging it that hard. So by being able to submit those books, I know I like to think I know what things on that book get hit harder and don't get hit harder. But by that same theory, why is this the first 9.9?
Why? Yeah, right. There's so many 9.8s out there. Exactly. There's.
Let me see what constitutes a 9.9. You know what I mean? Like like there can't be hardly any imperfections, bro. But then when they were pre-screening those brand new books, there could be a little tick here and there. Like, bro, they're changing. Send me a new fucking book, bro, Matt. Send me a new book. Send me a new book with the fucking 9.9 in there and update. This is volume 1. Give me volume 2 with your new fucking rules, dude. You know what I mean? Like, bro, an 8. Dude, let's start fucking grading every fucking number. It's an 8.7. It's a 9.3. You know what I mean? Like, you're just changing all the fucking rules random just so you can fucking play this fucking game, dude. You don't give a shit about the fucking census anyway. Like, I don't know why anybody fucking looks in it. The only thing in the census that's correct is a 9.8. Everything else is off. 9.6s are cracked open to become 9.8s. 9.4s are cracked open to become 9.6. The only thing accurate is 9.8s. So I don't know why anybody ever bothers to fucking look at the census. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's difficult.
Dude,
It's
99
difficult for me to
Newsstand
identify this.
brought up such a good question about that Ultimate Fallout 4. Like, there's
Yeah, no
there's
shit,
this many
dude.
9.8s and not a single 9.9 or 10 out of them. That's crazy. So it makes me think more along the lines of, like, at some point they were like, with internally, we're not giving 9.9s and we're not giving 10s. And then books started getting made so well. I'm just throwing shit at a wall right now. By the way.
Here's 9.9. It's like a 10. This grade is rarely assigned. Right? It says it right there. It's rarely assigned. It says, but allows only the, what does that say? The slightest imperfection. Slight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Slight.
I'll
Yeah.
be honest with you. If you're gonna see an Ultimate Fallout 4 9.8, it's gonna be the variant. I mean 9.9. It's gonna be the variant. And
Right.
like, if you scroll through my Instagram, I'm probably the only person in the world that's pressed more of the variant than I have of the regular one, because I pressed 100 for one guy over the years, and who had hundreds of them. And back then, because it wasn't even completely worth subbing, considering it'd have to be fast track and how long it would take and everything. So a lot of those did not even get subbed because I wasn't subbing 9.6s, and there were so many 9.8s that it didn't happen. So I know people who even bought my press copies and got 9.8s. And you got to look, this is a few years ago. Obviously, this is now, honestly, in the variant, you're probably submitting 8.5 to 9.0 and above in that book, or unless you're trying to pull the thing to let somebody get in a better grade on it. So that variant is actually the one that's going to be nicer, the one that presses better. And so we've got so with the first print, but they've already graded 18,237 Ultimate Fallout 4 first print that I all say polybag removed, and they all got, and you can't, and like I said this on the last show, you should not be able to get a 9.8 in Ultimate Fallout 4. There's no way to get a 9.8 in Ultimate Fallout 4 without it being pressed, because they're all going to have that slight indent. Maybe if you cut it and bagged and boarded it the day it came out and you pulled the poly off, that's maybe possible. But I'll tell, and I always tell people to get it out of the poly so it doesn't dig that in the back, unless you're just doing unless you're a purist, you like to have something in a poly bag. I'm not telling you you do whatever the hell you want with your books, okay? But in that particular book, I feel like it's damaging the book, which you don't want. But if you're completionist and you want to get a 9.8 of all of them, and then you want to have a poly bag, yeah, do whatever you want. But that's what's happening. And so they've graded 18,237 of those, and it came out 13 years ago, 12 and a half years ago, whatever you want to say, 12 years ago, actually. Then we'll have to see what's actually going to happen with that. So
the replies on these posts are just great, man. It's absolutely gold. There's just so many crazy replies.
Fucking cocksuckers, dude. I bet P. Diddy owns CGC, dude.
Hey, hold on here. Hold on. We're going to take a quick segue to that P. Diddy comment. I remember, I'm going to find this fucking clip too. I remember, Vinny, you were there. I think Leg was there. I remember an OTR episode where Diddy came up, and I go, hey man, I've heard these weird rumors about Diddy. And both Vinny and Marcus are like, nope, we're not even going there. We're not even going to touch that. We're just staying quiet, man. And I got the hint really fucking quick, dude. And now this shit is crazy, dude.
It's crazy. It's crazy. This Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what came out. I don't know. I don't know why Homeland Security's involved.
Dude.
I'm not.
I'll tell you why.
Dude, what if
'cause he's
Cat
probably got
Williams?
video of somebody important and they're flexing right
Would
now.
be probably.
Cat
He's
Williams
got a
was
lot of
right,
that, dude. That's all he did.
All
Video
these
cameras
people
everywhere. It's all. Hey, people always know. Hey, I'm sorry if you if your eyes are open a little bit, if you pay any attention to this stuff, you know that a lot of stuff isn't just conspiracy theory. And if the raid on his mansions and Epstein dying don't show you that a lot of the
Have you guys seen all the
unfortunate,
rumors,
disgusting
though?
side of the world is real, then I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, there's a lot of people that are being. I mean, there's more names with P Diddy than there was that came out with Epstein. Dude, it's
Oh.
credit, bro.
Where's Diddy though? Where's his plane at? Has it moved out of Antigua?
No,
I think
he's
in Miami.
Yeah, he's in the United States. I think he wasn't arrested for whatever reason, but they raided his home.
Did they take his kids in, or did they just get detained?
I think they just
They
got
just detained. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they marched that one out backwards out of his house in L.A. Like cuffed. They had him on the side.
Did you see what they did to his home? The TMZ got video of inside of the house after. I guess they threw all his shoes up in the air because he had a shitload of shoes. They were all over the place,
Oh,
you
my
know,
God.
and just they cracked open that safe pretty easy. Did you see that shit? I mean,
Damn.
they had no problem cracking open that safe. Clear, you know.
PSA
Hey, dude, check
10s.
out Puff Daddy Rookie. 1 of 1.
How many
Bro.
tens of the P Diddy are out there?
Dude,
Oh,
you know what I
God.
pick up when I see this? You know that guy that
Chris
Osama
Childs?
bin Laden, 1 of 1.
And when I see this Puff Daddy, I think of Chris Childs in the New York Knicks.
Right? Yeah, he did look like Chris Childs. Dude.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
dude. It's the world is a crazy place right now, man.
Hey,
It's-
bro, that's the Phantom Menace, bro. Bro, he's the puppet master, right? Right. We all
He's
thought
one
that.
of them, dude.
Yeah, dude. We all.
He's Jay-Z next. Bro.
Look at some of
Bro.
these comments on here. I wonder if they're taking comments down. Yeah, super doubtful. A book 50 years old is that pristine. Are they replying? I'm saying I'm about to send.
Look, that guy looks real happy. Yeah, look, look, I got me a 9.9.
Look, I'm rich.
Yeah. I hope nobody fucking bids on that shit, dude.
I mean, they've always historically graded these Bronze and Silver Age books with more leniency, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's true. I'll have a like a bronze book with some spine ticks or something like that at a 9.4, and then I'll have like an ultra modern, something the last 5 or 10 years with like one spine tick at the same grade, and I'm just in the same order. And like, these are not the same grade books, but but like you said, the 9.9 is ridiculous on this book. That's insane.
I have an Iron Man 128, right? The Demon in the Bottle, 9.8. This shit is fucking perfect, dude. And it just makes me mad when I see this level up to a 9.9, dude. Like,
It's hard. I mean, I feel like we all have to sort of we got to pay attention to the world that we're living in. And we've got with Bryan doing the show on Tuesdays, doing an industry show, trying to bring light to sort of the other side that aren't just us at our house, trying to figure this out, even though obviously we do know a lot of these people, trying to bring light to that. And then we've got people selling new stuff. Like we'd give shit about new guys being on our whatnots a couple of years ago. You don't know who they are, but whatever, they drop in, they go, do you have any virgin variants? And you go, like, because the stores are selling their extra virgin variants. You go, oh, okay. yeah, it's art collecting. It's okay. I've never said I've brought up art collecting in the comic world for a long time because I blatantly do it myself. So I tell you some of my absolute favorite books. I might know who the characters are inside, but like I might have bought it because it's a rare cover of an artist I like, and I think Spider-Man 688 Lizard is one of my favorite. J. Scott Campbell is one of my favorite covers of all time. It's 688. I wasn't really reading Spider-Man at the time. I don't care. I love that book. The Venom variant set from 2011, 2012. Some of my favorite covers, really legitimate, hard, usually 1 in 50, some 1 in 25s. They were legitimately tough to collect that set. Yeah, I think it's cool as hell. I think it is really cool. And did it come up?
Yeah, this is it right here.
Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ. Sorry, can you link? I need
4-3. I could tell you the number. 43882.
1 second.
Okay.
1 second. Resource.
Yeah, take a look at the pictures.
Fuck yeah, man.
Oh, dude, thank you, Big Clutch, for bringing that up about the big red skins there. Can you read it off? Oh, wait, I can see it. Never mind. 438.
Yeah, Grader's notes are unavailable.
Yeah, you don't need them. It's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, we got it.
Can you link it into the private chat for me, Leg?
The grader's notes were going to be, I was going to grade it a 9.6, but I was told to grade it a 9.9. That'd be cool if that was in the grader's notes.
Okay, there are staple impressions. Again, that's normal for that book. Oh my god, fuck this, dude. What a fucking scam, dude. Look at the bottom left staple on the front. This is nuts, dude.
It's telling me that it needs to review my security. What the fuck?
Yeah, this is weird. This is a new thing. So here. So try this link. Try the new link I put in there. Maybe it'll do the same thing. No, you can see all the staple rub on the bottom left.
Yeah, much better.
Just bottom left. See that? There you go.
Yeah, right there. Look at that.
Fuck no, dude. No way. You've lost color too, man. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the staple the staple imprint on this book, I'd actually give to them because they've been at least they haven't taken that into account by the other ones. That's why we joke about it being not joke, but being honest with you that it goes like just a portion of a grade higher. So I don't need to see like that's honestly I'm
There's a little bit here too. It looks like.
And that's it. I'll check the back. The back isn't usually an issue on this book.
Look at the spine. The spine looks a little.
Dude, yeah, it's warped. Look at
they fucking flattened it.
Yeah, they did.
But we're not supposed to do.
Look at that. Yeah. The spine, you can see that is.
Yeah, you can see that it's rounded. It's supposed to be square. If that book was perfect, you would see all these words on the side of it like a fucking hardcover novel.
Yes.
That's the only way I see that book being fucking perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Was there a way to like heat manipulate the glue and just try for? I mean, there's ways we could do it.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna do it because they all look like that. Are we really gonna fuck up a multi-$1,000 book?
Unless it's your book,
see if I can do it. Yeah, but even your own.
I don't think I would do it.
I'm not rich at all, much less that rich.
Yeah,
dude.
I don't think I would do it. I don't have the balls to do that.
I don't have to see anything besides. I don't have to see anything. I can nitpick other little things, but yeah, it looks flat. The wrap looks flat. Let me look at the back in comparison. Yeah, they flattened. So the back.
Can you send me the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see the back.
The back's fine, but you can tell that the front was flattened a little bit. But there's not. Let me see. Without create. I don't know that it would create more overhang because there's already. Yeah, you can see the overhang. See the bottom right there. But there already is overhang on this book. So I don't know if that's like an egregious overhang. But even if they moved it over, like, because it doesn't.
You think it was you think it was trend, bro?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Because you can always see. You can
See,
always where that black line is on the left,
Yeah.
left spine. That's all you can always see the black line.
Yeah.
I've never seen it behind the book, so the back looks normal. But no, just the color lift down there on the bottom. It's not a 9.9, and I guarantee there's no way, dude. There's no way it's even the best copy.
They're gonna
There's
have to.
no way.
Look at this.
that.
You can see.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Look at that. You can see.
the tanning. Dude, you see dirt right there, bro.
Yeah, all the way up and down.
Bro, come on. Look at that. You see all that
Is that
soil.
dirt or is it
The
the
inside.
you know how you see like the
Mm.
pressing
The printer.
the
Bro.
not the print? Oh yeah, that's
Bro.
crazy.
I'm okay with it not being that.
Look
that
at the
soiling. You'd have to see because I can't tell you for sure. Like it looks like dirt, and if they don't rub it off, and that's common for the printing lines because they're in the same place. They're aligned. What we're gonna call dirt. It's all in a line. Like I'm trying to give it. I'm literally giving a. I'm giving it. I'm giving it a pass on the places that are possible for giving it a pass, even though you wouldn't think it would happen in a 9.9. But yeah, no, just that
Dude,
rub.
even my dog's
Much
upset, dude.
Dude, they press the staples right through
It'll
it.
be
Dude.
all right.
Hey, dude. Hey, I was like, you got a nice one, man. Let's press that bitch flat and see what the grade it gets.
That's
No
crazy
shit,
that they
dude.
press that spine that much, man.
My God.
I mean, you can see it. It's good. Looks like it's good here, and then it's crushed here, maybe. Or is that just? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it weird.
It's
Hold
weird
on.
because you see where the staples are though, right? How it's,
Yeah,
the
you can see
are
the staples
inside
yeah,
the line,
right
you can see
there.
it I saw it at first on the top, and I'm
It looks like it's
"Ugh."
right here, right there, right?
Yeah, and is it? And would that? And I'll be honest, would that have rubbed off in a bag
Look at
and
that.
board for after all these years? No, that's trying to dude. You can't. There's no way. You can't. you can't. That's just not. Look, and honestly, if it was a 9.8, I'd be like it's a typical issue, and because of the tiny grade bumps you get, you'd be like, I wish it wasn't there. I'd rather it be 9.6 or 9.4.
That's the shit CGC
it's a
gave
nice
you a
copy, but Jesus, dude.
9.4, 9.2. You know? That's the type of games they would play. If that was all that you had on that book, it could be a 9.2, 9.4, maybe a 9.6, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking this is a problem for this particular book. This is probably I'd be a 9.6 is probably where I'm looking at with this thing.
Yeah.
And to see a 9.8 in this book, I've seen a whole lot worse 9.8s in my life. I know that's not the best excuse.
I've seen a 9. My buddy had a 9.8 of this. I've seen it, and it was fucking beautiful. And I can tell you, it did not have any color loss on the cover.
Yeah.
Hey, well, here's the great thing. You know, Cosmic One brings it up. Just wait. People are getting their books ready for April. April's, a couple days away, man. And they're going to start grading signatures now because I have a stack of books I was going to send to CBCS. No more. They're going to CGC now.
They're gonna start already.
April is what I heard. What I think I read when we were. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, if it's just the authentication guys and the name that they're buying,
You gotta put a little
probably a
sticker
simple
on it.
transition. Be like, hey, dude, you work for us now. You know,
Right? They
Where's
got a whole
JSA
lot,
located? Where's
like
JSA located?
like a Avery dot, Brian, where they just peel off the JSA. It looks good to me. Stanley, legit. You know.
Because I wonder if
Whatever.
if you start sending them over there.
Florida.
Oh, it's down the fucking street.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's not going to be an issue. Because, they had, if you're shipping them to Texas or Nevada or somewhere with favorable.
See what people say
somewhere
on the
people favorable,
forums.
that's what
Oh, there's only been a couple on there. Wow. That's nuts, man.
No, I didn't think they'd do it that quick and put it
No
on
shit.
auction.
I
that quick,
mean,
man.
that's
Come
just
on.
that's
Get us
just
used to spend a
shocking,
little more
dude.
time getting us used to these modern 9.9s, right? And
I was like,
dude, I can go. I got a 9.9 in the other room. I don't have to do it because, like, if this particular, this is just, I don't, it doesn't really need to be on the big stream. So here's a brand new, the Cobra Commander, Maria Wolf. Okay, shout out Big Clutch wanted JJ's. It's their book, right? Gorgeous book, but like, this book is flawless. Am I upset that this is a 9.8? No, I'm not. Is there any like even immaculate little tick on this book at all? Absolutely zero. Absolutely zero. Like, I mean, there's not a flaw in this. I'm not mad that it's not 9.9 because I'm not up to that speed of everything yet. But there's not a mark on this book. There's not. What if this book had?
oh yeah,
It's too
6.0.
thick, and these staples
6.0.
the staples on these are good. They're not like those
6.0.
Marvel like half a figure 8 looking book or something like that. So it'd be hard, and it's something you don't really need pressed. But there's things that need fixed on them, and then and like I said earlier, you can press them. But like, yeah, gorgeous book. Nothing wrong with it. I'm happy to get like a 9.8 in this book, and okay, if it's 9.9, it's a premium, but it's a crapshoot. And because I send a lot of these moderns, sending them in for Wanted Comics, who's selling grading on his eBay lives for his books and his variants and things like that, and not just this stuff, but most of his books are modern, so it's going to be most of his books are in the last 20 years, so those are going to be the higher grade books, obviously, rather than older books. I send these in, but so I know when I send 25 in, and the next day send 25, the next day send 25, or you know what I mean, a few boxes a week, whatever it is. I can tell some orders have 9.9s, some orders don't have any 9.9s. I don't know what to, I don't know how to tell you.
So in here, it says ink loss, and your highest grade can be anywhere from a 4.0 to a 9.8 on ink loss. So that X-Men and you guys saw the removal of whatever caused that, whether it was an eraser or something. Based on this, the highest it could get is a 9.8. So can I have my money back, bro? For what did I pay for the $24? This is fucking bullshit, bro. Fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, man, that's nuts.
He's a fucking liar, bro.
It's gonna be very interesting, man, to see what happens with this whole thing. Damn, man. Shit.
Why people gotta fuck up my hobby, dude? You know what I mean?
It's
people always fucking up my hobby, dude.
It's just we're rotating, and like I'm not sticking up for that, but it's like we're rotating, and like I said, when I see people do their sales, and I see so we start with the whatnot with things like that. There are people that want to collect cool shit, and we have to realize that it's okay to collect cool shit. Now, some people are anti-store variant. Period. I've never been that. I've been anti cash grab. I've been anti too high of prices. They get a better cover. They're going to sell a virgin and a regular for $80 for a set, but they're not going to be limited. But having limited numbers, they're doing better with COAs, numbered COAs. I like it better with a number like the cards. If a number's printed on a book, then I'm more likely to believe it. And if there are some artist proofs, they should say that. So I'm okay with the rotation. I'm okay with high grades, but like retconning history with some of these books, this is going to start to be a problem, and it is going to turn off some big money who spent the big money on GSX 9.8s, Hulk 181 9.8s, because we're going to see those or 9.9s. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna see those, and we've all taken it for granted that on these old ass books, man, there's like one in how many keys can we think of that have 9.9s? You know, like as I was bringing up Secret Wars 8, New Mutants 98. I think there's 1 or 2 10s. I actually saw one, but that was like 12 years ago. There's Spidey 252 has them. I saw a Spider-Man 135, which I think is Third Punisher. With I saw 9.9 that Bedrock had, and that was maybe a SDCC or WonderCon at a big con. It's Bedrock, so if they're going to travel, and I'm like, dude, let me check that out. And considering what 9.8s in that era look like, I was like, shit, I'm with this. This is a 9.9. This is clean as you're going to get. Again, a much easier book to press than something like a GSX. And I'm going, okay. And I don't think I need to check the census. And he was sitting, and I'm with a friend, and he goes, how much for this? And the guy goes, and the guy says 15. And the guy I'm standing with, he's like, oh, 1,500? He's like, no, dude, 15,000. And I'm like, because I about started laughing. I was like, for a second, because the first thing I thought was 15,000. The guy next to me said 1,500, and I was like, holy shit! I almost took that out of his hands if it was only $1,500. You know what I mean? I'm like, get out of here with that, man. But yeah. So this is they're just not. That's not that. It's not that. Retconning to this book is just. I hope I'm using the term correctly.
What do you think that book's going to sell for, bro?
That's the problem. What's the record on it? What's a 9.8 record?
Man, I don't know.
50, 60, 70? Something ridiculous.
At the height of it. Because I know my buddy before COVID popped off, he paid $10,000 for a 9.8.
Yeah, and 9.2s got up to almost 20 for a second. So let's go GSX Uno. We are gonna go 9.8. Highest recorded is 2021 $72,000 for a 9.8.
And this is a one of one.
But that's okay, and that was right after a $60,000 sale, and 4 months after a $22,000 sale. 2022, the high was 55. 2023 was 33. 2024, there's only been one sale, and it was for 22. So yeah, depending where you put your investments, yeah. But I mean, again, it was, and it's never been cheap. I mean, 2005. 2003, 9,000, 2004, 9,000, 2005, 13,000, 2006, 11,000, 2008, 12,000. But let's be serious. How many in 2003, somebody paying $9,000? Well, it looks like the first thing. There's only one sale that year. That's going to be, I don't know what the census looked like then, but 21 years ago, we're probably, there's a good chance we're looking at an unpressed book there. Damn, they should definitely sub that one, right?
How about
I've been
this?
bouncing around in that old ass case for 20 years if it's still alive.
You guys see this? This is going to blow you away. So this is a Mark Jewelers Incredible Hulk 181. It was a 8.5 CGC signature series signed by Stan Lee, Herb Trimp, and Lynn Wein, right? This guy on IG, the comic book presser, he goes by on IG, says, customer, hold on. So as a CGC signature facilitator, you can crack out comics certified with the yellow signature series label and retain the authenticity? The comic book presser, absolutely. But only if the comic is going straight to another signing event. So that's what they're doing with this. Who's still available? Romita, is that it? Is there no
Stanley, Herb Trimp.
Who's alive that can sign this?
Probably the Wolverine.
JR's gone, right?
Yeah, I thought they're all gone.
Yeah,
Trimp, Lynn Lee, Stan Lee, they're all gone.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman had
Mark
some
Ruffalo.
Yeah. We're
I don't
trying
know.
to sell the book, man.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, that'd be
this guy, he is one of the most renowned. I know Hood and I have done shows with him. He's one of the. This guy's one of the best in the business.
Oh yeah.
Period. So like the
Right.
fact
Had
that he
him on
can do it
one of
doesn't
my
mean I
podcasts.
can. Doesn't mean I can do it. Yeah. He's got your podcast up on his website.
Oh, he does. That's cool.
And then so this guy, I
John
modeled some of my stuff
Romita.
after
Romita's
him.
still
This
alive.
guy's the man. This
So
guy's
who-
I probably.
I thought
and this
Romita
is
was
the one-
gone. I'm
Chris
an
uses all
asshole.
his fast track stuff right here. He's one of the most expensive guys, but definitely this guy's one of the guys I would trust most, like on the planet.
Oh,
Wait
maybe
a minute.
Romita's
I
gone.
thought John Romita
He's
died.
dead. He is. This guy's an idiot.
yeah.
Holy shit. I'm an idiot too.
OJ Pimpson said Lou Ferrigno.
God.
Oh my god, dude! Can you imagine, dude? I'm
That
trying
would
to
be
get
the
all
worst.
the Hulks. I'm trying to get all the Hulks to sign it.
Oh man.
So I'm in a conundrum with mine, dude. I have a 7.5 that I had signed by Lynn Wein and Herb Trimp, and it never got pressed. And so I'm like, do I figure out a way to get that fucker pressed and up a couple grades so I can sell
You would
it?
have to go through CGC, right?
Yeah, you have to go through them.
I would lose my
Yeah.
yellow label though.
I pressed it.
Not through CGC, you wouldn't.
Hey,
But
this CGC
I don't want somebody
president.
else to sign it though. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Could
want
you
to
just
That's
JSA it
just
now?
that's for the comic book presser. He
Can't they just JSA it now?
I don't
Like, if you-
understand why he gets the leeway for this. There's almost no one. I've heard of a guy, but I don't even know who it is who can maintain your yellow label that doesn't work for them. And I don't even know if that's the case anymore. I can't tell you. I mean, I guess we could brainstorm it what his reasoning would be, but he can send it to another signing. Like he says it on his website. We know he can do it. He's a trusted vendor, and he should be. There's so he can do it for another signing. So you could do it through you could do it. What's it called? CCS. You could. That's the only reason anyone should ever use them. Thank you very much, everyone, for their books. But so no, Brian, I'm in the same boat because, dude, I've got a yellow label, Stanley, Tramp, Len Wein, and JR all signed on a 6.5 that's unpressed. And also it's the old label, so it's just not as pretty. So I've got all four. I'm sure as shit not having anyone on this planet sign that book besides those four.
Yeah.
But with the authenticator JSA, like you don't need to worry about maintaining the yellow label. You
Yeah,
just
that's
press
true.
it, send it in. You got JSA to authenticate.
That's true.
It.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even need this was legitimate. Well, JSA will tell you if it's legitimate or not.
That could
Roy
be an option.
Thomas.
To be
Roy
honest,
Thomas.
if that's gonna be an option, I would even, and seeing as this guy's trusted, I'm not sending that shit to CCS, dude. I would actually,
no.
hey, and like I know by looking at the book, like I can improve it, but if they're gonna send to him to send in, like I'd even. Yeah, I mean, hate to, you don't even like to admit things like that, but I'd let this guy work on that one book that I have, and to send that for an upgrade for
me, leg
6.5.
like for me, leg like if I had a yellow label like 6.5 and I had the autos on it and I knew JSA was going to authenticate it, I wouldn't even send the label. I don't want the graders even making it that easy for him. Well, I got a 6.5. Let's really look at this. You know what I mean?
That's a good point, man.
Like
I'd love to have it in a new case anyway, so I'm trying to consider that because I think it would look a lot better than the old case. It's not too scratched or anything, but it's just
mine's an
new
old case
cases,
too.
They look good. The new ones look better.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and I don't know what else to do. I'm not gonna cross it over. So, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't be that mad if it maintained the grade, but the appearance, because it does have color breaks. It's not like, oh, it's just from the finger bends or something.
Yeah,
that it's there. It has color breaks. So I would be to a degree worried about it going down, even though I don't think it would be much. But if I got it to look like nice and like pretty and flat and just eye appeal approved on it, that's something I would consider. But
just with the new slab and maybe having one of those labels of like Hulk on it or something like that, or Wolverine, just to level it up, that's a thing. People love that animated label. So
Well,
Yeah.
to switch the topic real quick, this weekend we have a new con coming up. We got WonderCon coming up. So I want to give a shout out to our boy Big Clutch, who's going to be there. He's going to have a booth there, booth 2023. So if anybody's going to be out at WonderCon this weekend, make sure to stop by Clutch, show him some love, pick up some great books.
Absolutely.
yeah,
Clutch,
man.
if you're still on, you want to say what you're selling. If you're still listening, bro, grab the link. Let us know. That'll be cool. And Clutch, thanks for setting up. It's always gonna be nice. I can have a table to put my bag down under.
That's a good man. Clutch is a good man.
My
Good
back
man.
hurts, dude. You need any food? I'll be the gopher. So yeah, that'll be great.
Wanted Comics is going to be there too. So make sure you guys.
Man, look at that Scotty Young heat, dude, and shit. Look at that shit. I love that Baroness, dude.
Everything not a yellow label is from me. I'm not kidding. We all know that.
Oh yeah.
Or that's not even completely. That's not completely true because the ones he subbed himself, I did work on first. But obviously before the sub.
The interesting thing is that I hear from a little birdie that there might be a show on eBay Live Friday night, maybe, and
Absolutely.
our boy Drew at Wanted Comics is going to be live with Murat and Michaels. So
Yes,
Wow.
he is. So So I'll be doing the if it's these books,
Hey, the Pooh
I'll be
brothers.
doing so if he does have, I know he's gonna have a Pooh exclusive for with Murat. So that'll be a lot of the ones. So that'll be 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern, live from I believe from my hotel from the Sheraton there. And so we'll be on there doing that show at 8 o'clock. And there will be CGC witness. So anything, if you do buy it live from Drew, all he's going to do is you charge, it'll be for, it might be an extra little bit for SS. I don't know the answer to that, but you can CGC or CGC SS with CGC or CGC SS, anything you buy from his show. And I'll just be honest, guys, this is it promotion? Sure. But he does sell the CGC grading on that stuff. And Drew's one of the guys that has the back stock of stuff like Dennis has, like a lot of people have. So he has these books like this, like say that Secret Avengers 13 with the Lego variant. I think that's 2013. Do that Vision Hip Hop variant. If you're gonna grab stuff like that from them, that's one of the only places you're gonna find books in the raw like that, and you can tack on CGC grading with that, and that goes to me to actually fix your books. So if you want any of that,
that was
or you're
weird.
into these old books and these old variants, there's nobody else selling them. They might have a copy, but he'll get a bunch of
Tagged in.
You'll get a bunch of anything you want in there. So if you guys look at Clutches, or Clutches too, but like if you look at Drew's shows, you can go ahead and get anything you see on there.
Did you just say douches show?
I don't know. I might have.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
All the amazingness that just showed up, I had something like that came on. So
Hey, Clutch, what do you think of that 9.9, bro?
Fucking dig it.
you wish you owned it, right?
I mean, dude, I don't know, man. It's exciting. It's cool. Like I know Vince. He's seems like a pretty good dude for all I've ever had to interact with him and stuff. But I'm interested to know like more about the book. Right? Was it a 9.8 that they, hey man, this is a really nice 9.8 and they cracked it and they pressed it or whatever? Like, I'm super interested to find out the story. I think that's going to be like a big key of it, right? And it is crazy, man, to see a book that's, that is one of the most iconic books of that time, and to see it in a 9.9, like it is kind of crazy and it's weird. Like you guys are saying, like the timing of it, it's kind of like All right, man. Maybe hold off for a year. Like let that sit let that mellow out. Maybe let the X-Men, movies start to get news, and then you drop that thing. You're like, oh shit, there it is.
Yeah,
but
I mean, really, bro. It's just like
Find a better copy.
yeah.
I mean, it's like,
People
look,
will.
I've only ever handled like 2 copies of Giant Size X-Men 1. So like you guys know these books in and out, which is like crazy. But then I will also say like there are dudes at CGC that like I trust implicitly, like guys that you like Sean Caffrey, who was on that video that popped up a couple weeks ago where he was like pre-screening the Power Rangers books. Like that dude has graded 4 million books. He's been at CGC for 20 plus years. Like,
wow,
he's touched more paper than I could even like dream of. Like, it's crazy. So, I think that to a degree, if they say it's there, then sure, it's gonna be there. I know that all the stuff with Matt Nelson and his comment about like, maybe we should look at 9.9s. Like, I got dudes in my and you see guys pop up like, oh man, they're doing a pre-screen thing. It's like, no, he said an offhand comment in an interview that maybe it's something they can think about. Not that they're doing it. I see guys like on my Instagram, they're just like, they're like, oh, they're doing it right now. I'm like, no, show it to me. Like, show me the proof. But I agree with everything you guys are saying about like, let's look at this thing and let's and that's why I'm glad you guys were able to put. I didn't know they had the scans up, so really cool to kind of see it. And I'm interested to see like, is that little staple blemish on the bottom, is that like a refraction from the light of the scanner? Because the scans, man, like I've seen my buddy Dre, man, he had a hand in one of his scans. Like they do stuff that's they're not putting like the top notch stuff on those ones, but
they're not
I'm
bad.
excited.
We can zoom pretty well. Like honestly, that blemish is that, and that's 100% where that staple is.
Is it? Yeah.
That's not light. Yeah, that's exactly where that staple is. That's the placement of those staples and the glue on the spine is what makes it so hard to press.
I just want to zoom on a Hood's face right now. Like I look at him, he's like, I'm not trying to say a damn word.
So what's your setup going to be like?
I mean, it's for me. It's just the optics of it, and it's just like so in your face that it's just disappointing the way that comes across. Because like I'm a customer and I submit for people too, and I press books and I've got the Matt when we had him on Bryan's show, and he said this is the Bible, and we took our time with everything, and clearly there's 2 discrepancies. One with color loss, that the most you could get is a 9.8 from a 4.0 to a 9.8 whenever you have color loss, and then and the definition of a 9.9 clearly it's not in line with what Matt or Cafferty or whatever said, describing his way of finding 9.9s. So then the legitimacy of this, like, I would give this a purple label. This book.
There's
give me the.
Can we submit that book though to get that?
Yeah,
man. Like,
that would be awesome.
It's just disappointing because we're going to be talking about this bullshit for about 2 months, and then somebody else is going to fuck up. And hey, my X-Men 1 was missing 3 pages, and it still got a 9.8.
Sure.
That's the type of shit that I'm just like getting tired of.
Yeah, man.
I just wish we had a couple of months with no bullshit, and it's just give me 2 months of fucking no bullshit.
Yeah.
And the stuff we heard on Bryan's show last night from Liefeld about the good old days and why we love comic books and stuff, like looking at Jim Lee drawing again with a passion, and like give me that and enough of this fucking fuckery and bullshit that we have going on in the hobby right now. Just homages of this and that, and and just stealing likenesses and putting Taylor Swift on the fucking Giant Size X-Men, and it shit just gets old, dude. Like, give me 2 months of fucking nothing, no bullshit, no drama, good fucking cons, good fucking variants. Let's get back to what we love about this fucking hobby, dude.
And we're gonna start right now.
Let's hit the button right now.
We're
I don't
gonna
know,
talk
dude.
about. Hold on, I want to talk
But
about.
I can't. I don't know if I can hear. Like, I don't know if I can hear you be like quiet for 2 months. I don't know.
So
What'll you do if you
man.
don't have something to yell about, man?
as
Well,
long as
somebody
there's
will pick on me.
books,
Somebody will start shit with me.
as long as there's
That's the way
books
it
like
goes.
this that's coming out from the Energon universe, one of the few fucking good things about comics right now that I love. If you guys didn't read Duke today, Duke was excellent. It was really fucking good. Check it out.
I picked up Duke number 3.
Oh man,
Number
dude.
3, right? Did you pick up the Baroness cover?
No,
Mama!
yeah. There's that beautiful second print for.
Yeah, they got some great ones.
Yeah.
for sure.
And here's the one thing I do know. Like, just like you said that there's people that you trust at CGC, and I agree. I trust Matt Nelson. I know Matt Nelson gets a lot of heat. I do trust BigLegg, and he talks about these books that are coming from whatever printer that Skybound is using, and these beautiful cardstock covers. The majority of them, if you handle them nice, you get them straight from the printer, and you handle them nice, and you send them to CGC, they're going to grade high. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. I swear, man, I had a batch that came in from the one I did for MegaCon, the Optimus Prime, the spot foil one, dude. Like, there may have been out of, and before I went out there, that book's
Beautiful.
awesome.
Yeah.
I pre-screened like $400 before I went to the show, and there was one that would have been less than a 9.8. And it was because it was kind of crunched. Like, they shipped well. Like, and I think a lot of it too is not just the cardstock covers carry. They can take a cut from the blade or however that thing gets cut well, way better. But also, like, when they pack them, like Drew can tell you, like, when we get books, we pay extra. So the cardstock is extra. Right, when you do a variant with Image and Skybound and stuff, you have to pay extra for the cardstock cover, and then we request to get them convention packed. And so when they ship them, it's boxed, and then they have like in a bigger box with like little like styrofoam bumpers on all 8 corners. And so those things, like, you could throw that box around the house, and it's not gonna really inside. The stuff inside is gonna be mint. It's great.
Yeah, they're beautiful,
So.
dude.
Yeah, they do a really good job. So I've been happy, and that's why I've kept doing variants with those guys when it pops up. So
What's the plan
Dude,
for
I told Big Clutch to do a William Refrigerator Perry cover, bro.
Yes.
that'd be
Bro,
tight.
you got to do that one, dude. You got to.
That'd be
Yeah,
dope.
once they get around to the G.I. Joe stuff later, whenever that launches after they get through Scarlet and Dester, like I'm excited to see some weird stuff. I'm gonna try to do some stuff with them. So
Yeah.
Dude, you put that fat boy on the cover, dude. You will sell the shit out of it, dude. I'm telling you, man.
They need.
That
Well, here's
book
the
in
here's
Chicago
the thing.
would it sold out, you know?
that's a really good call. Do one of those variants for C2E2 next year or something.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That'd be righteous.
Like, it'd be nuts.
The thing about the Energon stuff, the G.I. Joe and Transformer stuff that they're doing, it's written so well, especially the G.I. Joe stuff. To me, it's written well, it's drawn well. The panels from panel to panel, how they do stuff, it's very energetic. It feels like it's just a great fucking comic. But they're doing this thing where they're introducing characters and the way they're introducing them, and it's so great. Like in Duke today, they introduced a couple characters. I won't spoil them totally, but they introduced Scrap Iron, and they have this moment where, they look at a missile and they're like, okay, we need to get our new missiles, tested on this. And you instantly in your head, I'm thinking, oh shit, here we go. Here comes Scrap Iron with his little, 2 missiles. And sure enough, and they do it in a good way. It's not a cheesy way. It's they're writing well. They have the throwbacks. It's fucking excellent, man. I'm really excited for everything that they're doing. Other than the Void Rival stuff.
The Void Rival stuff is I'm excited for that to pick up. I think it's it's a slow burn because they've been
slow.
like, hey, we're gonna introduce this whole new mythos to the world. But
Yeah.
I think they said it's like Springer shows up in issue 9. So like, and there's some like deep cuts in there too. Like I had lunch with Robert a couple of weeks ago, humble brag, I'm sorry, but like he was talking about like these little Easter eggs that he's putting in the book that like reference back to like the TV show and the movie and stuff. Like he's like the biggest Transformers nerd I've ever met, and he knows stuff. And he's like, "Oh, did you catch what this thing was?" And I'm like, "No, what is that?" He's like, "Well, that's a play off of this thing from this episode." And I'm like, "Bro, what?" Like, geez, man,
Yeah.
like crazy.
I
So,
love it, bro.
yeah.
It's awesome. So
Yeah.
I couldn't be more excited for that shit. What is your setup and going to be like at WonderCon? Have you thought about, or do you have any cool shit? So I'm sharing a booth with some friends. They have a massive booth, and I've got a small little corner of it. But it's basically look like what the TF Con was. Very small little 8x8 little setup. So got some slabs, got some other books. I honestly have no idea what it's going to be like. And I've been like massively stressing about like, what should I bring? What's going to go? And are all my stuff priced too high or not even, whatever it is, man. So it's going to be a weird one, but
if you have trades, bring them.
You know what? That stuff I can't, because their booth, they sell mostly trades and stuff.
Got it.
I was like, oh, can I bring this stuff? And they're like, it would kind of compete with what they're doing. So this is a good like counterpoint to what they've got in there. But
yeah, because there are definitely WonderCon the trade booths, which I'm not sure who you're setting up with. They definitely do a pretty decent job.
I will say I may bring out one thing that I got in today. I think I sent a picture to Leg though. So I got something cool in the mail.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, bro.
Harley. He found it.
Open it. Open it.
They know. No, we know. Oh yeah.
Look at that thing right there.
Try that on.
Yep.
That's
it. I've held one of those in my hand, Clutch.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I've only seen them on the interwebs.
Where did you pick that up on the interwebs, or did you get it in person somewhere?
Shopgoodwill.com.
Oh my god, bro.
Get the hell out of here, bro.
Yeah.
I used to go on there.
Yeah, I pop on there like once a week just to kind of see if anything's popped up, and I always I search comics, Magic the Gathering, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars. I just look at whatever, and that popped up on the comic one. I was like, no, what is that? No way. And so, got it.
Was it an auction, or could you buy that outright?
It was auction. Yeah.
Oh, wow, dude.
Wait, anybody bid you up?
Oh, it went up. It went pretty high. I think I was willing to go higher because I was like, F it, even if the book doesn't grade out at 9.8, which it might not, because there's a couple little, how those things are bound in that plastic after 20 years or whatever. But to me, like the artifact is what is kind of really there. I almost wanted to send it to AFA and have them like slab it in acrylic in its own.
I was just going to say that.
So,
yes. Yeah, I was just going to say that. That's one of the rarest one of those, and they're not DC packs. People are like, oh, some people wouldn't buy those because they weren't DC packs and they don't know what's on the back of that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love those Superman
those things because it's never been. You can always say it's never been touched by human hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will again I'm gonna praise you guys for what you guys do on the show, and you guys doing with Stein the Hot 10 and stuff like that. Like by watching your guys' shows when you guys talk about the stuff, I learned so much, and so I didn't even realize these were never in my brain that this was these packs were a thing, and that they carry stuff like the DC Universe logo books. I'm like I never thought about those, and so when you guys talk about this stuff, and it's to me that's one of the huge benefits about all your guys' collective years of experience and knowledge and shit like that, and you guys share it with everybody. It's awesome. I love it. That's why I'm here packing. I was packing tonight just for the show, and I'm like had you guys in the earpiece as I was going. So
before you leave for tonight, I want to get to the something I had in the market report. I didn't know if you're going to come on, so I'm going to show this part of the market report early. Check this out. Walking Dead 192 blank variant, a Negan sketch with the tombstone by Charlie Adlard. Of course, this is a Great Britain sale. Sold for $315. Look at that, man.
Yeah. So Infinity and Beyond is the shop that Charlie goes to. It's his home shop, and so he does he basically would sign every time they got a Walking Dead book in there, he signs them for them. So they have like the biggest collection of like Charlie signed stuff. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, man, that is freaking awesome right there. Like that's super.
That's
cool.
great, man.
Yeah, so you gotta love shit like that, man. Doesn't get much better. So that's a little tease for
that's where all my hair
report.
went. It's to Clutch's head.
Yeah,
like all the length I used to have. Like
look at all.
Yeah, it fell out and went to Clutch.
It's awesome.
And I guess it turned gray.
Well, you're allowed. You're down to stick around as long as you want, Clutch. I
gotta finish my packing and pricing books. So
I get it, brother.
Yeah. But I'm gonna have a ton of stuff from this. I actually have an almost full run of Invincible that I'll have at the show.
Oh man,
raw. So, just missing a couple of the later ones, but I have everything 1 through whatever. So.
Well, then we definitely want to remind everybody to Friday night. Make sure you tune in to Wanted Comics eBay live sale with Marat Michaels, and then
that'll be a fun one.
Yeah, and then a weekend of WonderCon where if you guys are going to go, say hello to Clutch, Leg, Drew, the whole crew out there.
I'll have Easter candy, by the way, too. If I'm a shill for anything, I'm gonna bring out candy to a show.
Hell yeah,
nice.
Hell yeah.
But it's not Dum Dums, right?
No way, man. Like I got Sour Patch, gummy worms. I
was just joking around with
all sorts of stuff, man. We're good.
Yeah, I was just joking around with the black flag thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I have completely blacked that out. Yeah, dude.
Where they gave out suckers or whatever.
Yeah.
Dum Dums.
That's right.
At Boston Fan Expo. Yeah.
Jesus.
God. Awesome. All right, guys, I got to bounce off here and finish this up, man. But keep up the good work, man.
All right, later, brother.
It's good seeing you.
All right, man.
All right, so here is the other. We talked about Duke, but this is the biggest book of the week for us here on this channel, you guys. Feral #1 is out today. So here's the main cover. Pick it up at your local comic shop. I think probably next week we'll do a big review on it. Most of us will have read it at that time. I've been reading reviews from people that have been reading the book, and they say it's amazing. And from the little that I've kind of seen, I'm really stoked. So once we get a good read of it, we'll kind of bring it on and do a page, not necessarily a page-by-page review, but a little, things of the things we love. But, man, ton of variants for this book are out.
Is this from the Stray Dogs universe, or is it just like a...
Yeah. What? Yeah. Yes and no.
Yes and no, yeah. Yeah, they
it's
want
a spin-off series.
Yeah, it's kind of a spin-off series. Yeah, kind of. I don't want to ruin it, but
cool.
Yeah, they got some interesting stuff going on. But here's all. Basically, look at that.
The jewels.
Yeah, the Bird City. Ooh wee, 2 Bird Cities. That one and this one. Yeah. So make sure you guys go to Bird City.
That's cool.
Yeah. I
See,
bet you
like
this one sold out.
Trish's cover, like I love the Don Bluth influence, and the whole Secret of Nim kind of artwork, and what else did he do? He did Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, and so she studied the Don Bluth School of Art, right? I believe so.
Yeah,
like that. The main cover is really, really good.
Yeah, they're just doing cool shit. So not as many as there was with Stray Dogs, but there's quite a bit out there. But definitely, I have
that one's really good.
Yeah, the Exorcist one.
Yeah, that one is really good.
Yeah,
there's a lot of covers.
Yeah,
but I mean, there's a lot of horror films. So,
yeah.
I like how they're going outside of like what they've already done too. I mean, of course,
Scotty Young.
Some classic repeats and stuff like that, but
yeah,
it's cool.
God, that's a Scotty Young. Wow,
yeah.
Look at that.
That's really different for him, actually.
Yeah,
it's because it's AI. Dun, dun, dun.
That's a good one right there. The Fright Night one. I like that one. That one's gorgeous right there.
You're a drama.
Shout out to Third Eye. This is the Third Eye Comics one.
That's a good cover.
Yeah, and of course
That's a classic.
yeah,
bro.
classic from them. There's
Nice.
Something's killing the children.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one's good right here too.
Here's Kitty.
So go check it out. It's going to be interesting. We're going to, of course, check it out. Another series that came out today that I read issue 5 of the Alan Scott Green Lantern stuff. And I'm going to do once the series ends, I'm going to do a review on the whole 6 issues. But there is a cover. The covers for this some of these covers have been so fucking good, man. And the story has just been so garbage. But the covers are great. And then this is one of them. I mean, absolutely beautiful cardstock cover. J Hero.
Huh.
Beautiful, man. And then there's,
Nice.
I mean, that's a good cover right there by Brandon Peterson. I think the character's stupid, but it is what it is. So, Amazing Spider-Man 46 has the Mark Brooks headshot variant. If you guys are collecting all the headstock variants.
I was going to get the black and white, but I changed my mind at the last minute.
That black and white's a 1 in 50. Look at the Michael Cho, though.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. 1 in 25.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cho had similar covers to that before that were like kind of like some of them look meh, but like I really like how he refined his style.
The color differences. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like he added more
50.
detail now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's even though it's
I picked up that one.
Not in that same proportion or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I like what he's doing now.
Yeah.
So
or correct proportion, I should say. Like it's still like a little off, but like not so off-putting as
Did
what
you guys
he was doing.
This I'm not reading the book, but this cover is awesome. Amazon's Attack number 5 or number 6.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's badass.
Beautiful. Let's see here. The Joker, Batman 143 and 142 third printing. I love just the color, green and purple on Joker books, and they're doing such a good job with these covers. You know, that's just so good, man. But anyways, that story's still going on. You got 144, 142, and 143 all have second printings. But this Frank Quitely is a fucking hit to me. It's different, and it's so good.
So,
that is dope.
Fucking beautiful, man.
That's like fucking epic, dude. That's a Dark Knight, bro. That's badass.
I like that one a lot. This is the 1 in 25 Allred. I'm a huge Mike Allred fan, so that's pretty dope.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like
1 in
that.
25.
He's pretty sick.
They had a Batman. You see that genie in the bottle, Batman, dude? You see that?
Which one? This
Motherfucker
one?
came out of a bottle, dude, on the Allred.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Batman is a genie, bro. Look at that. You ever seen that?
Yeah, right there.
That motherfucker coming out of a genie bottle, dude.
Yeah, I love Mike Allred. He's badass. What else do we got that is crazy this week? You got another Berserker or a couple Mark Brooks headshot variants. You got
I kind of like that cable. That one looks pretty dope, actually.
All of them are good, dude. They're all good.
That looks like Big Clutch, bro. Right there.
Look at that. Yeah. There's the Monica Rambeau one. Let's see here. Oh, Conan the Barbarian from Titan Books is supposed to be really good. This is an interesting cover right here. I don't know why I like it. It kind of reminds me of like, was it Tartakovsky, the guy that did like the samurai? What was that cartoon?
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. He
Yeah.
did Power Man or Luke Cage.
Yeah.
When they rebooted that, I know who you're talking about. He also did the Clone Wars animated.
Yes. Yeah. Here's a really good Brooks headshot variant for Black Widow, Natasha. Detective 1083 has a pretty cool Fumiara. 1 in 25. Love that. I love whenever they have the time things with the sand timers. Duke. All right. So this is the second printing for number 2. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the one I picked up. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
And then this is a good cover for the new issue 4. And we kind of showed the 1 in 25, the by Torrin Clark. This is a really good. So,
Hey, Brian, real quick, did you see what's her name? Black Widow on the set of Thunderbolts.
Oh,
No.
Yelena.
Oh,
Yelena
no.
Belova. So she went live right on Instagram. So it's about 5 minutes talking, and she's in full Black Widow gear.
Wow. That's dope.
She walks up to the director on set as they're doing the production too, and then she reveals that like, oh, this is the director's chair, and she shows the Thunderbolts. Yeah.
This is a great cover, dude.
That's a cool cover, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, Edge of Spider-Verse 2. There's a lot of good covers for that, but look at this cover. Holy shit. End After End number 9. From Vault.
That looks epic.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at the variant they have for this variant. Looks dope too.
We're sure this isn't an album cover.
Yeah, right. We went through all the Feral stuff. Flash, don't care. That was terrible. Man, there's like 6 Mark Brooks headshots here. Look at this Rod Reese freaking. I haven't read this series, this God series, but this cover is epic.
Yeah, that cover's badass.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that with all the cosmic stuff.
Yeah. Beautiful. The Gods, number 60, homage cover, Ron Lim. Garbage Pail Kids. Nothing good for that. They didn't do any good ones. This Ghostbusters is interesting. Steve Morris variant.
Yeah, I saw that cover.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Shout out to David Boer.
I should have picked it up.
Yeah. This is
Is that an incentive?
1. No, it's just a regular.
Yeah, it was open.
Yeah. Green Arrow, Grim Fairy Tales. You've got the Harley.
So is that
Micah.
Mama.
Yeah. So good.
I pre-ordered a whole bunch of these, and I went to my LCS and I bought 2 more.
That is great.
It's probably cover of the year so far.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Terry Dodson's not too bad for that either. Let's see here. Jeez, look at so many. This Hulk cover, this is a cover of the year book too.
Yeah, that one's badass.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cover of the year, Miko Suyan. That's a cover of the year book. You got the 1 in 50 Hildebrandt Black Cat with the moon. It's pretty good.
Full moon.
This is a 1 in 100.
I was gonna ask, is that a full moon though?
This is a 1 in 100 Elizabeth Torque, but the face is all fucked up. It's like,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Unless you're tripping.
And there's another 1 in 100 for the same issue. There's 2 1 in 100s for this issue. Jackpot.
Yeah.
Too many. Too many. Philadelphia, you have the Spawn cover. Oh, look at shout out Coffin Comics. La Muerta. Look at that.
That looks dope.
Yeah, dude. Ooh, look at that. 1 in 10. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Jesus. Brett Booth. Metal variant. Such a great character. Oh, look at that. Dan Mendoza variant for it. Oh, that's good. Ooh.
That's badass.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Coffin Comics is the hit, man. Ebass. Damn, look at that.
Mama.
James, oh man.
Stop it, Brian. Stop.
No, there's too many, dude.
For the love of God.
Look at all these. It just doesn't end.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Was Jim my
All right, I'll buy one. All right, I'll buy it.
Was that J. Scott Campbell?
Stop.
This is Mike Chrome.
Hey, don't do that, Aaron.
This is one of my favorite artists right here, dude. Mike Chrome. Look at that cover.
How
That's
can they even
fucking-
afford to do this many covers? It's crazy.
Kickstarters.
Or these gold brands.
These are probably a lot of this is probably
Dude, that
Kickstarter
one
stuff.
is badass. Do you go back to that one?
This one?
Yeah, that is super fucking cool, dude.
Well, here. Look at that.
That one looks good, yeah.
Wow.
They're fucking all good.
Hey.
This is Coffin Comics, man. They have the craziest fucking Kickstarters, and they're doing it a really good way for comics. King Spawn. Look at them all. Jeez. Lady Death. Look at all these Lady Deaths too.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
So basically, what I'm hearing is you pick your favorite artist / cover, and you can't go wrong.
Oh, look at them all. I think there's a
Why
Liefeld
is there
in
that
this.
many of the same naughty cover? It's just like different. It's like the whole rainbow of the same thing.
Yep.
What are they
Because
doing?
you need the
bro.
entire rainbow to taste the rainbow.
Look at this Bjorn Barons. He's doing these zombie Power Rangers, and they're fucking good. I don't even like Power Rangers, and I think they're good.
It's a cool cover.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That one's a cool one, too. This
Yeah,
1 in
that's not
25. Like, if I was a Power Ranger person, that's a cool one.
Do any of y'all have nostalgia for Power Rangers, or was it like because it was kind of like right after
Yeah.
my time?
Yeah, I was smoking
That
pot
was-
by then.
I was not. I was still in elementary school, so I was still watching Power Rangers. And
You were.
yeah, I mean, I have nostalgia for it, but I'm not like a diehard, if that makes sense.
Yeah. This is a 1 in 50 Audi Granov.
That's cool.
Yeah, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, number 18. Here's the 1 in 20. Look at this one, though. This is the...
Actually, it's number 300.
Yeah. Look at that.
Allegedly.
Like
yeah.
back on the Power Rangers
Legacy
thing, real quick.
300. That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just real quick on the Power Rangers.
That's a
thing,
1 in
like
100, too. Go ahead, bro.
The
That'll sell.
I think it's really cool that like the Pink Ranger is writing the comic again.
Yeah, Amy Jo.
Yeah, Amy Jo. So like, but am I interested enough to read the story? Not really.
I don't think she's writing the regular comic, though. She's just writing the return one. Yeah.
Yeah, the one where the Pink Ranger is featured into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monstrous. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, it's at number 50, bro. It's got 3
Yeah.
covers this week.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Same creative team. All the books. Lou and Takata.
Oh, that's cool, man. I need to catch up on
Quality
that
book. Yeah.
This is something
me
that
too.
you
I only
get.
got 45 more to go.
Yeah.
Shit.
That is hilarious.
Morning Star. That's a Tula Lote variant right there. Night of the Living Dead. Penguin. Ooh, another Soza Micah killer that we talked about. Comes out the same day. Ugh. Fucking good.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
Dude, these are great. Her process it takes a long time. She draws on Twitch,
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
live as well. I mean, it's on the iPad Pro or whatever. I've actually seen her work, like at a restaurant. So-
This is a 1 in 25. It's not that
that's
good.
a badass.
It's okay, but I don't like the face.
Yeah, the face is kind of weird, but like I like the rest of the cover.
Yeah,
Bruce
the rest of
Timmie or
it's really
something.
good. Yeah, if that was like a foil, that'd be amazing. Like a flashy. Oh, it is. It looks like there's a variant right there. There's like 5. There's like 10 fucking Mark Brooks head cover variants to this week. Somna, which Distillery is killing it. Shout out to Distillery. Look at this 1 in 25 cover. Oh, that's fucking gorgeous. What are these called? These flowers? Are these poinsettias? I don't know what those are. I always think.
Are you sure
like
it's not? Oh, never mind. I thought this was an X-Men book for a second, and I was like, is it the Krakoa flower?
Fuck.
Those might be poinsettias. Poinsettias are the ones that like they come around like Christmas time, right?
Yeah.
Some shit.
Yeah. Look at that. Whew. Tulalote.
Oversized books.
Sonic. You got a 1 in 10 Sonic.
Brian, are you sure it's not the flower that you can extract DMT from?
No. That's
I'm
every
just
flower. Spider-Punk. You got the Mafood variant. Speaking of Jim Mafood.
Nice.
Yeah. And then here's a 1 in 25 that's really good by Dodson for Spider-Gwen Smash number 4. It's really good. Dodson draws Spider-Gwen really good. That's pretty dope.
Oh, is that the 1 in 25 that came out this week?
Yeah. And
Nice.
then there's a 1 in 10 for Star Wars Defiant. That's interesting. That'll probably show up on some Hot 10 list because of all the nerds out there. And then the Greg Land 1 in 25 for Obi-Wan is horrible.
I wish Red Hood was still.
I know.
I wish
if Red Hood was
Joe
still here, oh, we'd be hearing it.
You can already imagine what he would have said.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He's gonna jump back on just for this.
Uh-huh. I'll keep it up just in case. Look at this. Look, this variant right here is gorgeous, though. I don't care if the character is good garbage. That cover is really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
It's a good looking saber.
There's a Stephanie Hans Women's Month variant for it. Hans is just good all the time.
Oh, that's that one chick, Omega, right?
Yeah.
From Bad Batch.
You got Street Fighter, Akuma vs. Ryu, Super Babes. Yeah, look at that. Tales of the Bizarre. That's a bizarre cover right there, that's for sure. What the fuck? What the fuck? 1 in 25 Ryan Brown variant on Superior Spider-Man. Ryan Brown. That's not the best Ryan Brown cover, but even not the best Ryan Brown cover is a good cover. Brown without the E. And Thunderbolts. Ultimate Spider-Man number 3 has got the Greg Land 1 in 25. Did you guys see the spoiler for this? Did you guys read
I did
this?
hear it. But is it connected? Are you talking about the spoiler from the Web of Spider-Man thing? Is that connected with this?
Was that from Web of Spider-Man?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about his suit, Spider-Man suit. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I was talking about who Green Goblin was.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah. This is interesting, man. So I don't know if I like where they're going with it, but I'm gonna still stick with it. There's Elizabeth Torque variant, Mark Bagley connecting variant, and you just got a bunch of.
They're just like, you know what? Let's make Spider-Man a dad.
Yeah.
Like all old people buying it, dude. We all love this story.
Let's make it relatable to 40-year-olds that still read comic books.
You get the monkey brain cover. That's pretty cool, man. You just fucking with them.
Vinny, I thought you went off camera to go show them to Critical.
Oh, I did actually. I did. I just didn't want to interrupt.
Gotcha.
But I got like a green laser hollow.
What? What?
Yeah,
What is this?
from
This-
Donruss.
Oh, nice.
It's his Wimby update.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my update, the update, and then I got a
Oh,
Oh,
Pink
Pink
cracked
Crack-
eyes.
pink cracked up. This I didn't go crazy. This time I only bought 2 mega boxes, and I got it.
Okay, you got it. Oh, nice.
I think you did. Either are you ahead now or not?
Am I up now? I gotta be.
You gotta be,
Yeah.
right?
If they're all
Yeah.
PSA 10s. If they're all PSA 10s,
If
right?
they're all PSA 10s. No, but I mean, my luck got better when I started going further. Further along.
Yeah, you're like the guy that hits the ATM at midnight at the casino.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it, dude. Just one more try.
yeah.
First thing when I wake up this morning, Sean sent me this video about like some guy talking about his friend opening Prism Monopoly, and he's like, man, this guy has a problem.
I might have sent that to everybody.
No, you said that to
Somebody
me
sent
too. Like,
DT
yeah, that was,
sent that to me.
yeah.
I thought that was a direct shot. So I was like, oh yeah.
Well, I
But
want to
haven't
go
opened
through.
any Monopoly yet.
I want you to be here for Market Report. We're going to go through Market Report. I got something cool to show you, Vinny, in Market Report. So, all right, let's do this. Let's go through Market Report for the end of March 27th, 2024. Starting off with some interesting stuff tonight. We have got 2 10s. Wonder Woman number 750, both J. Scott Campbell variants. Both CGC graded 10s, and they both sold for over $500. One for $525, one for $550. I don't like the one on the left. I like the one in the middle, though. It's a cool cover.
And anybody, if you're curious, those are half-inch thick, square bound.
Are they?
Yeah.
Almost
Okay.
graphic novel books.
Okay.
So again, say what you want, but that's not a regular. That's yeah. Say what you want, but if anything's like a 9.9 or 10, it's those
Square
ones.
bound.
Yeah, they're
extra
square bound.
thick
You can see the line. They're clearly never been opened. Freshman printer, cut perfectly. So that's what we're talking about.
Dude, check
Congrats,
out.
Joe.
What'd you say?
I said congrats, Joe, in case
Oh.
you bought them.
Oh. Dude, this is something that I never knew until today, that there was a different Bob's Big Boy, the way he looked from the West Coast to the East Coast.
I didn't know that.
Adventures of Big Boy number 1, a timely promotional comic, East Coast edition. We've seen number 1, the regular Bob's Big Boy. I didn't know there was an East Coast edition of the way that Bob's Big Boy looked.
I mean, that's what he looks like on the statues out here.
He's got
He has-
different
he has
face and
black
different
hair,
hair. Yeah. Yeah.
But I
one's
mean,
a-
did it
a-
just? I mean, also,
a
what year's
ginger.
that book? 1945 or some shit.
Yeah. That's
So on the East
crazy.
Coast, he's a ginger then? Is that what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Sounds
I
like
guess.
some Mandela effect
Maybe.
stuff to me.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's just not the year, dude?
I don't know, man. We'll have to do a deep dive into that. But seeing that kind of, I was like, whoa, what the heck?
I'm gonna try to find a Bob's Big Boy this weekend. Fuck it, dude. It's been 25 years.
Hell yeah. That's a
They're
cool
still
book.
around.
Yeah, all the freebies. These are freebies they gave out. So we got some cool variants on tonight's Market Report, starting off with a double cover. This isn't a variant, but double cover Detective Comics 880, sold raw for
cool.
$510.
Nice.
That is a cool fucking book right there. And then a raw first printing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sold for $11,211. It has a sketch on it, I guess, or there's a sketch that came with it or something. I don't know.
That seems kind of reasonable. What, Sean? What do you think that would grade out to?
That Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I just can't. Yeah, I can try to look it up.
I got it.
It looks clean. Yeah, if you've got a link, I can try to zoom here because I mean it looks clean with that black background. I can't see the spine, like that. The little bend on there looks pressable, I would think. So I don't know. Probably high, especially. And so I'm thinking they signed on the inside because that's common on that book anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. that double cover is a nice book too. There, that's what we got. Let's go.
The double cover was a newsstand. People are saying I wasn't even looking at that. That's crazy.
Oh, good lord!
This thing's beautiful.
Yeah. So that might break that bend on the right. Might break a tiny bit of color. It'll definitely go flat.
Look at this. Inside, it's got a sketch.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, for sure.
From 86.
This is the one for you pay for the inside scans and like print them out and put them in a display or some shit like that.
Here's the back.
Or scan it yourself.
Oh, there's the reason. Look at that. That's
yeah, but you're still in the 8s on this.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's so cool.
Nice.
Yeah, just that crunch. There's a little color break. I mean, pretty common. You're at yeah, I can't tell if that one on the cover breaks color. You're probably see the top. There's a top. Yeah, it does. You're probably still very fine with that.
Awesome.
And then top, if you top right, sort of middle. See, there it is, right on the one before. Go back to the one you're at before.
Oh
no, go to the picture before and go to the very top of the book. Top right, in that picture. Top right. Keep going. Right. Yeah. That
where it looks like a thumbprint.
Yeah, you could. I think you could still might be able to pull in an 8 with this. I'd probably lean 7.5 on it. That's and so also, cool. I'm also taking into consideration what we were talking about before. That no matter what they say, there's a tiny bit of leniency, except at least in times past when it comes to 9.8. So, but you're going to get a more lenient 9.4 or lenient 9.0, but you're not going to necessarily get a lead. But you're going to fucking, for no reason whatsoever, you're only going to get a 9.6. A lot of this stuff, not that this book's a 9.6, but in this era. So the stingy 9.8s and the lenient mid to upper grades.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, even mid, like that's on a, like you're looking at 7, you still quite possibly pull 7.580 out of this thing. When you beat that on Modern Book, they'd probably drop it to like a 7.
Fucking cool, man.
Everyone in the chat saying it's a 9, 9, and 10.
Yeah.
It's so cool. All right, moving on. Awesome. We've got an Invincible #1 Battle Damage Whatnot Gold Foil exclusive, limited supposedly to 150, sold raw for $510. Still got some money. Still got some value behind it. So,
I paid that much when it released. For a raw one.
Yeah, that's crazy. Still got the value. It's the
that's it. The Omni-Man's like $900 or $1,000 9.8 in gold.
Yeah,
because I think the golds are still actually more rare. Like this, they listed it at 150, and I haven't seen more than 150 of those come to light. And I'm pretty sure there weren't any reprints. They're pretty honest about the print runs, I think, on those things. So the golds for that and the Omni-Man. I think the Omni-Man gold might be the highest seller.
All right, a CGC 9.6 Ultimate Fallout 4 Djurjevic sold for $4,050.
Man, like 2 years ago, this was like 11,000, something like that.
Way more, yeah.
For a 9.6 though, specifically.
For 9.6, yeah. The 9.8 went for 40,000.
Yeah. Crazy.
But that was always floating around 20 to 30, right?
Yeah, but I remember one of these a 9.8 went for 40. I remember.
Yeah, it was.
I can't remember where it was.
It was at Heritage, and it was Steve Horn that actually sold that set the record high.
Jeez.
And I do see people with comments about the newsstand variant of that, and just for the record, that doesn't exist. That's not how that works. Just so everybody knows that. That's probably like a CBSI Facebook fucking rumor, but there's no newsstand of the variant or any variant. So.
Incredible Hulk 181 and 9.2 with the Wolverine label sold for just under $8,000, $7,900. So, and then this is crazy. So there was a bunch of books that were signed by multiple movie stars on these books that sold this week. You can get a Chris Evans and Sebastian Stan signed Winter Soldier 1 variant in a 9.8 for $330. I bet you this cost.
They lost money.
Yeah, they lost money on that.
Yeah.
So that's probably easy 300 in SIGs, if not 500 in SIGs.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Chris Evans like by himself like 500?
Yeah.
And then Sebastian Stan wasn't too much. I want to say his was like 250.
That's a lot.
Still.
Yeah, but yeah, like and together, like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it's a tough book to. That's a rare variant too. You
Yeah.
don't see that.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But did they just pick the wrong book to get signed by?
No, there was this same seller sells the shit out of signed movie star books. They sold a bunch of other double signed movie star books. Like there was one that was double signed by Tom Holland and Jake Gyllenhaal. It was the first appearance of Mysterio, like a reprint book. Sold for nothing. You know, it was crazy. Check this out. Max #1 newsstand in a 9.8 sold for just under $400.
That's solid.
Yeah, that's a cool book. Battle Chasers #1, the Red Monica variant in a 9.8, sold for $320. Not the foil, but tough book. Probably the first time I remember hearing the word variant was for this book as a kid, you know, or a teenager. Whenever that came out, I think it was maybe just becoming a teenager. Maybe. Fast Willie Jackson #1, just beautiful raw copy, sold for $324. That's a cool book. Rare book. All right. This is crazy. So first we have a 9.2 Nintendo Power #6, the very first professional. I don't even know if he got paid for it, but J. Scott Campbell is in this. And
art. It was an art contest.
Yeah, it was an art contest for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they got his picture in there. He's a kid and everything. So this sold for $322 in a 9.2. And then Ethan Van Sciver has been doing drawing on his shows lately, and just, you know, he takes the sketches after the shows and he puts them up on eBay. He did both of these sketches on the same show, the Batman and the Joker, and they both sold for $1,000. 35 bids on both of them, 36 and 35 bids. So pretty good night. I mean, could you imagine just doing a show and doing a quick drawing and then making $1,000 on super chats and $1,000 for whatever art book you sell? You know, that's crazy, right?
That's awesome.
And Van Sciver used to.
That was basically the Whatnot days, right?
Yeah.
When we first started.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, I need $1,000. Jump on Whatnot.
Yeah. Speaking of CG. This is cool. A lot of rare Valiant books sold too this week.
I was actually watching all of these auctions. I have them all on my watch list.
Shout out to Shane Davis. Look at this gorgeous Shane Davis variant, the 1 in 50 for Shadow Man #13. I was watching a CG show, and it was Shane, Ethan, and John, and that night this was last week on a Wednesday. We had talked about the Fuzzy Buzzard sale, which is the Ethan Van Sciver first or early work, and it sold for like $200 raw. And then we've talked about Digital Webbing Presents #1 selling a lot, which is John's first. So I asked Shane what his first pro work was, and he didn't want to tell. And I find it so funny that there's a lot of artists that don't want to talk about their first work because they think it's not good, you know. But collectors love collecting that stuff, so don't be ashamed to tell us like your first work and to tell us what, you know, if you sent anything into, you know, to Nintendo Power, or like the story Rob Liefeld told last night about Boris the Bear #6, where he sent in he did a draw. He was working at the comic shop, you know, and he did a drawing on a backing board and sent it to Boris the Bear, and they didn't even tell him that they used the pinup in the thing. He was putting Boris the Bear on the on the store shelves, and somebody came up to him and goes, "Look, your art's in the back of it." So Boris the Bear number 6 has got Rob Liefeld sent in a pinup, a little art thing to do. So yeah, check it out. Archer and Armstrong, the 1% number 1, the 1 in 30 gold foil, sold raw for $307, and then the Bloodshot DMG Chinese variant, which we talked about. I'm not sure if we talked about this one, but there's another one too that sold last week.
Harbinger. There's a Harbinger one also that's a DMG.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
This Bloodshot one usually, I mean, it used to go for like $1,000 or $1,200, something like that.
Wow. I wonder if they just had a find.
I will say when Dinesh was leaving Valiant, he let me I was in New York. It was Grammy weekend. I was in New York, and he let me come up there to the office and freaking I grabbed probably one of each of these and a few others while I was out there. He was like, "Fuck it." He was like, "Go have at it." So I grabbed.
He was pissed. He was pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're basically walking out of the Valiant with a short box of comics.
Bro, it was crazy. Yeah, they were like, just fill a box. Even the guys who were there were like, fill a box. Fuck it. Whatever. Take more.
That's awesome.
It was really funny. But that Shadow Man 13 I always wanted. I don't even think I got one of those at the time, but just the first Punk Mambo, I always thought that was a cool book.
This is gonna sound crazy right now, but because I always talk about how EVS is one of my top 3 all-time favorite artists. Now, he's not one of my all-time favorite artists because I think his art is better than a lot of other artists out there. He is that for me because of the nostalgia he brings and how much the Green Lantern, Jeff Johns EVS series and everything that they did meant to me. That brought me back into comics in a big way, and it's my second favorite all-time storyline. But I'll be honest, I think Shane Davis is the best artist out of those most people in CG, right? Shane Davis has just some amazing heaters. This Shadow Man 13 is awesome. He has that one Sabretooth variant that was so fucking good. I think Shane Davis might be the best artist over there. And there's a lot of fucking... Well, Aaron Lepresti's over there.
You mean at Valiant or
no? At CG Comicsgate. CG.
Oh, CG. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, not at Valiant at for CG. But yeah, man,
it was hands down.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm waiting on my Megalith. What's going on? We got to talk to. By the way, we just got to ask Dinesh what night is good for him. Which Wednesday is good for him? I know he's out of the country right now or something right now.
He's in Switzerland. I think he's coming back. So yeah.
Okay, so
But
maybe
there's a bad idea panel at noon on Sunday at WonderCon.
Okay, good.
So I was just gonna assume he's gonna be there.
Well,
I didn't text him or anything.
If you see Mike and Dinesh there, we need to talk to him. But let's get him on. Try to get him on next Wednesday so we can do our original art show. I'll try to talk to Mike and Dinesh, and I'll send a thing on our group chat. But if we can't get him on next Wednesday, let's do it the following Wednesday. Let's just schedule it and get him on. We'll have a killer original art show to talk about for you guys out there. All right. Cool. Next, 3 issues of Panic sold raw this week. 2 of these issues are 2 of my favorite all-time covers, and or all-time books, and not the 2 that you think. Or one of the ones you think. I get it. The Phony Twins is a funny thing, and it's classic. But the Santa cover with the bear trap, the kid puts a bear trap underneath in the fireplace, and then the Atom Bomb cover for number 2 is those two covers are great, and I would love to own a Panic number 1 for $685 for very fine.
Yeah, all those Panics have spectacular covers.
Yeah, for 1954. Holy shit. Next, we've got, this is crazy to me, a 9.8 Avengers 196, not even the first appearance of Taskmaster. He's in a ton of 195. I mean, you know what I mean? More than just for a first appearance. But I get it. It's a key, and it's a great Perez cover. $836 for a 9.8 for that. Or $444 for the first time Todd McFarlane draws Amazing Spider-Man in a 9.8. That blows me away.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah, and first Venom, right? So
Yeah.
Eddie Brock. Whatever you want to say.
And then a Voltron, Voltron Legend Forge Jenny Frison cover variant sold for raw $294. That's a book you do not ever see. So rare.
That seems like a good price.
Yeah.
For a raw one.
Well, if it's near mint
or
minus, I want to see if look it up close. That's a tough book.
I feel like sellers that aren't very detailed into grading, like if they see like a bunch of stuff wrong with it, but then there's other stuff that's really good about it, and they don't know what to grade it, they just write very fine near mint. Like even though that's a sign grade of like what 9.0.
Yeah.
So
at least he's got the little minus. You didn't say that, but
yeah.
So that's 9.0 to 9.2. That's a really difficult book to press, by the way. It's super glossy.
Yeah. And it's
super
cardstock
thick.
cover. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not. Yeah.
So and you get a lot of spine ticks on that book.
People just want it, though. I mean, it's
I want it. I have the hacks
and Voltrons. You know, it's fucking cool.
Yeah, I have the hack slash one, where it's like the Wizard of Oz. But
that's her real first cover that she drew, but it's the second published. First one she drew, second published. Yeah.
Oh, then I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather have the hack slash then. Like I'm glad I have that.
I like the Voltron better though. The hack slash is really ugly. Like not ugly.
This one looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I like them both, but like, yeah, I'm glad I already have one out of the two.
Yeah. Next we have two really good old school G.I. Joe covers. You have G.I. Joe number 10 from the 1951 series, the first issue, first appearance of the G.I. Joe. They did like a weird change in these. And then the number 2 from 52, volume 2, number 18 from 52. But both those covers are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So good. And then a Spawn 185 9.8, the headless variant, one of the best covers of that run. Such a tough variant. Sold for $4,000 in a 9.8.
What? Dude, that's gotta be a record. It's always been an expensive book. I sold a SS 9.6 for like $1,300 many years ago. Then it went for about $120 on my comic shop because some variants and stuff don't sell as well there. I'm trying to look it up right now. So they've got it as variant cover, Capullo, McFarlane variant. What are they trying to say here? Yeah, that's a record. Oh shit, that's the first one to hit the market since 2021.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that explains it. And so December 15th, 2021, 3708.
Yep.
And 2
I
months
remember
before that,
reporting that
36, and earlier that year, 31. So yeah, not a strange price. $300 more than 3 years ago.
I think Jesse has like 2 or 3 of these in 9.8s. He was telling me.
I found one for $4.99. And
nice. I know Jessup, Half Price Crook has always been after this book because he's trying to do a full Spawn run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to the extent of like Doc Joe of getting all 9.8s.
Oh my god, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Doc Joe's actually going for the whole like Spawn run in 9.8s or something like that.
That's a lot, dude. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he offer more money for mine? Yeah, shit ton of them. Sorry.
I think so. Like if I'm not mistaken.
I know he's starting with the rare ones. And then he'd probably fill in for bargain prices on the ones that aren't rare that are $50 or whatever.
Yeah,
but he's definitely always on the lookout for rare spawns.
Yeah, but I mean, to even collect 100 of those books, right? That's a lot to store. Like that's a lot of slabs to store.
All right,
seen his house.
This next one. Here we go. You ready for this?
I have.
There you go.
So Tarot number 1, the 1 in 50 Nakayama, a 9.8, sold for $306.
Dang,
Yeah.
that is dropped.
Big time. So be on the lookout for that one. That's a tough book. You don't see that very often. And ladies and gentlemen,
Who's selling their Vinny Kumar SS? What the fuck?
a Vinny Kumar SS copy, baby. Signed by
shit.
Television and Vinny Kumar. Must
All right,
vs.
bro.
Zug SDCC.
I'm cracking this, dude. Vinny. Vinny. Next time I see
I know
you.
it was so funny because people were asking me to sign. I was like, I have such a shitty signature, and I was like, let me figure this out real quick.
You're like, let me do a couple of test runs.
Yeah, I had to do a couple test runs, but that's cool. That's really cool, though.
Right?
Did you figure out your signature now?
CGC was like, huh? Who sold that book?
Slabulous
Hive or
or
something?
not Slabulous. Hold on here. Let me bring that up.
And it looks like it was Vinny
Bro,
Kumar.
you just handed me a copy. You didn't even encourage me to have you sign.
Hold on. Let's see.
Vinny's pumping his own books on the market report now. Is what it
Oh my god! I didn't put this on there. Hold up. But
you're like,
if
you're like, I would have spelled my name correctly. I'm just joking.
but guys, if anybody is interested, while we're on the subject, me and Tilla are gonna drop a bunch of books on crypto.com. Like he's got like Blank Canvas, he's got a kind of a new version of it, like a rewritten version of it, and we're gonna drop Must vs. Zuck and AI for Prez, and then we'll have some new stuff. We've got like 2 new books coming too, but they're all in the works right now. But if anybody's interested, we're doing like NFT releases on crypto.com, and we'll have like some special variants, not necessarily for like Must vs. Zuck. I think we're done with that, but we'll just have like some specifically for NFT holders and things like that. So I'll tell you all about it when it happens.
Slabulous sold this.
Slabulous.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
You might.
Yeah, you would know him if you saw him.
Whatnot,
He's a
now
Whatnot
eBay
guy.
seller.
Yeah.
He was there.
Yeah, so
Stay there.
pretty.
I mean,
It's pretty funny, right?
I would
Yeah,
guess if
that
you
is-
saw him, if you saw him, you probably know him.
Yeah,
Or remember him.
Yeah, you'd recognize him. And then a 9.8 of one of my all-time favorite variants, the 1 in 50 Dave Johnson Spider-Gwen 16, is just such a great book. Sold for $320. I would be buying that up all day, every day, man, at that price.
dude, I think Mike has the OA for this.
I know he does, dude. I know.
It's like, it's not
We'll
even
talk
fair.
about it. Let's not give any spoilers because that episode's going to be fucking amazing. So it's going to be
Oh,
unreal.
wait, can we take a moment to appreciate that Vinny's name is on the eBay listing?
Not only that, on the CGC census, baby.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So
That's pretty awesome.
So
All
how
right,
much
bro.
so how much are you charging for autographs?
Yeah.
The next con you're appearing at.
No, I'm telling you, man. It's like I didn't even want to when people were asking me. I'm like, I don't even know. I'm gonna fuck up your book because I'm not gonna know how to sign my name. And then the second thing is my signature is always inconsistent, always. So I was like, I really got to figure something out real quick. Like, so
What you need is just like get your good signature once, have a stamp made out of it, and start stamping books.
exactly.
You just
man.
issue an NFT with your phone.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Rick and Morty #1, the 1 in 50 Royland incentive, sold for $445 raw.
Super
Wow.
rare.
At one point, Jesse had 47 copies of the 50 copies of that book. Yeah.
And that's probably one of them.
Yep. Out of This World #1, the Bruce Timm Ditko homage that I have to own one of these days, but this is a 9.6 sold for $663.
Oh wow.
Yeah, for a 9.6. That book is tough.
Yeah.
Fraggle Rock #1, a newsstand star copy book. There's only 2 of these in 9.8. $485 for a 9.8.
I feel like that's only because it's a newsstand, right?
That's a tough book, period. Those star books are always tough, man, because they're in high grade. They're always kid books, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of newsstands.
Oh, it's a Canadian price variant too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Next,
I was like, why does it say CPV?
the Fuimura Harley Quinn 37 1 in 50 has now sold for $406 raw.
It's gonna keep going up.
Yes, it is.
Because the copies that come up, that copy and the $375 copy are the only ones that look gradable.
Yeah. And then speaking about Atom Bomb's 1955's first H-Bomb and U, the warning giveaway that was for children that sent children home from school screaming, sold raw for $483. Look at that title.
Cover.
The title
Dude, that
is
is pretty
1955 First H-Bomb Warning Giveaway Sends Children Home from School Screaming, sold for $483. That I want one of those, dude. That's cool. That's history right there.
That's awesome.
That's history.
That's
yeah.
really history, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And then
awesome.
a Black Cat #1, the Le Chat Noir CGC Signature Series J. Scott Campbell cover, sold for $12.75. Tough book.
Then that's dropping, right?
Oh yeah. Well,
That's pretty
everything is basic. 90% of the shit out there is dropping.
Yeah, but when I mean that's like, wouldn't it like $3,000 or like
Yeah.
2,000 raw or some shit?
Yeah, it was,
It was at least a grand raw, like even if it was signed or unsigned or whatever. Like
Yep.
raw signature book, right? Selling for $1,000. That seems like kind of ridiculous. And then now you can buy 9.8 for that same price.
Next, we've got some toy stuff. This is a tough figure that hardly ever see complete. The Rotar Masters of the Universe figure. I think these might have been European only releases, but I might be wrong. They had a couple figures like this that had like the mechanical base, like spinning things. So 365 opened loose for that figure, loose but complete. There was a bunch of cool old school Micronauts stuff that sold this week, but I like this, the green space glider, unopened, sold for $305. And then shout out to our boy Nate, a Fortress Maximus Headmaster complete in box, sold for $13.25. That's crazy. That right there is like the G.I. Joe space shuttle, Defiant. I mean, the box is fucking huge, man.
That's sick.
Yeah. Next, a Super Amigos, not the Superpowers figure, but the Super Amigos Cyborg, which is probably just as rare as the original Cyborg from '86 or whatever, but $520 mint on card. And if you know the difference, obviously, because it says Super Amigos instead of Superpowers, but also the little logo on the bottom right of the card. And then just the box of the Night Raven, the Cobra Night Raven, one of the coolest vehicles ever for G.I. Joe. We talked about the thing it was based on a few weeks ago. Just the box sold for $230.
That's crazy.
All right.
Hey, just put that shit on display and be like, yeah, I got it. I can't open it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we were talking the other week about the Spider-Man 2099 action figure. I didn't look at how bad or good the condition looked on the book, or if there's any dents in the case or the package, but $227. That's dropped big time. That was an 800 plus figure for a while there. So, and then we've got 3 great G.I. Joe sales this week. 3 of my favorite all-time G.I. Joe figures, or 4 of them. The Alley Viper I wasn't a huge fan of when it came out, but I grew to love it. $385 carded, mint on card with the G.I. Joe tattoo, face tattoo stuff, or face paint. And then one of my all-time favorite G.I. Joe figures is Night Viper. He's got a killer look to him. The way he holds his gun and the way it fits on his leg, and the head gear that he's got. Just a great looking figure all around. It was always one of my top picks whenever we played G.I. Joes. $255 mint on card, and then one of the toughest mint on card G.I. Joe figures sets to get, Tomax and Zamet, the Crimson Twins, with the triple win offer. Tough. Nate was just talking about this about a month ago. $2,325 mint on card, not even graded.
I had that. I mean, geez, that was one of my favorite ones. That's amazing.
I remember opening that and setting up the zip cord line, or not the zip cord line, the thing. What do they call that? Is it zip cord or whatever? Where they had the little hook thing that they held onto, and they had the string, and they would slide down the string with it. You don't remember that?
Line?
Yeah. What do they call those? Is not a zip line? Is it a zip line?
They call it a zip line.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. We have a couple.
Because if you're going up, that's like a grappling hook, right?
Yeah. I thought a zip line was coming down from the helicopter, but the thing that the Tomax, the Crimson Twins have is like the thing where, like, if you're in like they have those things in the jungle where it's just a long vertical line but it goes vertical really slow, you know.
Yeah, those are called zip lines.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, I know because I went with my wife in Costa Rica and I was petrified zip lining because not only was it the highest, fastest zip line in Costa Rica, but it was over for whatever reason. For some reason, if you fell off, you would fall into this body of water. Hopefully, you could survive because you're falling into a body of water, but it was filled with crocodiles, so probably not. You know, I was like, thanks. This is just completely unnecessary.
And then your wife is checking your life insurance policy before you go, right?
Dude, it was crazy. And my wife, she's like, I'm like sitting there like this, you know, and my wife is just like, she was flying like Superman. Like, it was just crazy. I was like, what are you doing? You're not even holding on. What are you doing?
Bro, that's nuts, man. That's crazy. Check this out.
So you're going skydiving on your next vacation, right?
Man, never.
Old school.
I don't believe in it. I got too much to do.
Until now, those had easy, but now it's gonna get real hard. Cobra's hired evil twin brothers. Leaders of the Crimson Guard. Introducing the leaders of the Crimson Guard.
That was it right there.
Yeah.
It's a shitty version of the commercial, but the little zip line that they play on was awesome. All right. Check this out. Adventures in Disneyland. Classic opening day giveaway from 1955.
Nice.
Right? Is that when they opened Disneyland for the first time?
Yeah, 55. Yeah,
so, yeah.
$817.
That's the year. The year's correct for sure.
Dude, this is awesome. It has got comics inside. Talks about, like, I mean, official gasoline of Disneyland. That's awesome. $817 for that. Raw. All right. This Zara's mommy sold, I believe it's her, yeah, sold so many amazing Raw books, Golden Age books. Two of my all-time favorites. This book right here, Power Comics #4, LB Cole Eagle cover. This is such a killer book. The eagle is so, like, tattoo flash, old school tattoo flash feeling to it, you know. The colors, the blue, the orange, the yellow, sold for $16.25 raw.
Nice.
I mean, just
I have questions, guys, because like when I'm looking at books and I'm looking for LB, you know, like if I'm looking at these old books, right, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if this is an LB Cole cover. I wonder if this is a Matt Baker cover. Well, this one is the exception because it has the signature.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they don't have the signature. Is there like, and there's no indicia inside? Like, how do you tell? Like,
some of those ones is just people know through the years. Some of them, they're still finding stuff where they're like, we don't know if this is this person or that person, but this person was ghost drawing or ghost writing for him, and, you know, like weird stuff. Like I know John Buscema has some stuff, I think, where like he was drawing it for some other artist, but they didn't give him the like because he was young. There's all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah,
Jeez.
it's hard to find those stuff unless you have your phone to look it up, you know. But speaking of vibrant LB Cole covers, I love this book. Contact Comics number 12. Remember I was talking last week, I think, about the space covers of the planets with the different colors. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I love this. Sold for $1,000. Look how damaged it is. This is how tough this book is. I think I saw Jonathan from Hive Comics buy one of these in Baltimore. It had some color touch on it, but just a killer book. Look at the books that this person sold this week. This is
I was
crazy.
trying to remember who bought that.
A Space Ghost number 1, $960.
What?
Yep. Look at these. I mean, this is absolutely nuts. All these old books. $6,000 for this lot of headline comics. I mean, I don't know why it sold for so much. Why did this sell for so much? Am I missing something? Let's see here. Probably that cover right there, I imagine. I mean, look at that. That is awesome.
Like, we're not even taking them out of the saran wrap.
No. Yeah. I mean, that sold for $6,000. 300. Look at this one. 677, 515 for the Captain Arrow stuff, old LB Cole books. Look at the Arrow, 660, 665. That was the one I talked about. I mean, that Power Comics is so good. Eagle, number 2. I mean, these are all LB Cole. Look at this one. Eagle Comics, number 1. That's amazing. Here's 2 more, 1,200. These are all LB Cole books. All sold this week. So, crazy stuff. All right. Witchblade number 150, a 9.6. This is the J. Scott Campbell retailer incentive variant. This is a tough book right here.
Yeah, that's really tough.
Yeah. Sold for $499 on
9.6 is good grade for that too.
Such a tough book, man. Next, we've got one of the coolest Bowen statues ever. This is the Silver Surfer Chrome version. They only did 2,500 of them. Badass. Sold for...
It was still in box?
Yeah, still in box. $1,125. Just beautiful Silver Surfer Chrome statue. This is cool. Hardware number 1, the Milestone Preview. Sold for $305. Yeah.
That seems slow. Didn't one sell for like crazy? Like,
I don't know if a hardware sold or if it was a different milestone.
What was this from? Like, where could you get it from?
I think they sent it to comic shops because it says right here. It tells comic shops like the idea of what it's going to be about. Hardware, the first release in the Milestone line of comics, features the synergy of Dwayne McDuffie and Denny Cowan, the writer-artist team up of Prince Alter Ego. I don't know. It says basically in here that these are partial black and white. You know, they sent these to comic shops for their orders.
Oh, wasn't it like it's like a preview, stay at the store for people to kind of like read through it to see if they're interested in ordering it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So $305. Action Comics issue 586, page 17, original John Byrne, Dick Giordano art with Darkseid in it, dude. Are you kidding me?
Crazy.
Look at that. That is fucking badass. Unbelievable. Beautiful. It's sold for $2,000. I mean, that is just amazing. Continuing with rare things, collectibles. This is crazy. This is a Rat King mint on card with the Hey Kids pop-up mutant display stand inside. sticker. I don't know what's so rare about these. These aren't even graded. They have a case on them, protector case on them. Sold for $1,125. Let's see what they say. The card is, I am selling my personal collection of mint on card Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures. I don't know why these are so rare, but he sold this one for $1,100. And look at this Ace Duck with the same pop-up sticker for $2,275.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
These are like...
I don't either. It's Howard's cousin.
I don't understand why those... Let's see what else he sold. I don't understand why those two are with those pop-up things. Look at all these, man. He's got all the late era releases of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures.
That's cool.
Look, the Undercover Dawn.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah, that's a cool. It only sold for $91.
Not in box, but it's loose with all the accessories, though.
It's got all the Universal Monster figures he sold. Man, I don't know why those sold. Why those with the Pop Mutant pop-up thing sells for so much. I have to find out, because that's a lot of money for those figures, man. So, and
it's
that
like
is the market report for the end of March.
Oh, I got one thing. I put it in the chat.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Holy cow. Because
Vinny sold it, too. So, congrats, Vinny.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, you can't click. I think it goes away if you click it. But, yeah, so it's a first production sealed hang tab Castlevania. Went for $90,100. This is the highest raw sale of a game like this on eBay.
Wow.
Yeah,
130
I don't even know why
bids.
I don't even know why they wouldn't send that to Heritage or something.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I gotta look this up. Look at that.
Yeah.
90,000.
And I was yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, and especially that it's getting these types of prices like raw. I mean, there's so many things to worry about, like from just, hoping that the seal is correct, and just I don't know, man.
Look at that OG price tag, $27.93. What a come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says the original listing. Here we go. There it is.
Oh, there
Look
it is.
Look at
nice.
that.
Do you think they're trying to wait to verify the payment kind of situation? Or
no, you can see it. You can see it. It just tells you to click here to see the original. Look at that, Fedco. Yeah. My dad worked at Fedco. Fedco or Fedmart, something like that.
Dennis is yelling at us for some reason.
Why?
We're killing him. I don't know.
Oh, video game sales, maybe? That's crazy. Look at that.
Oh, do what it is? He probably had one of these.
Oh, man.
I would be my imagination. Let me know if I'm wrong, Dennis.
There's the hang tab, too. Look at that.
I had the game. I don't know what version of it I had, but it was when I was a little ass kid. But
he's like, that's amazing. I had that original one with the $27.93 price tag because I bought it from clearance at whatever store.
That was crazy. That's nuts.
And, that went for $90,000. If anybody wants the Japanese version that preceded it by 8 months, that's available too. So just throwing that out there.
Send me a link. I'll buy it right now.
Yeah, I will. Hold on.
It's actually a reasonable price.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's actually a reasonable price. Here, I mean, I'll just send you a higher priced one just because it's graded and stuff, or I'll put it in the chat real quick, but just so you guys can see what it looks like. But
yeah, I just want to see what it looks like so I can start shopping around.
But those games, I was talking about them on OTR. Mm-hmm. Those games some of them are starting to really, people are starting to notice and people are starting to want to go after stuff like this. But this was 8 months prior. So, of course we I think a lot of collectors give value to what they grew up with, but I've said this before, but as the hobby evolves, I think there's going to be value in these original versions, especially because it predated. I mean, we don't really have a comparison in comics really, because the comics that we collect, they originated in the United States, but I do think this is very interesting. I do think it's very interesting. And me personally, I prefer history over nostalgia. So
yeah, I love this shit. I want one of the ones, the Zelda ramen ones that you got, man.
Yeah.
I really
They're
want
hard.
one of those.
They're really hard to find. I've looked for years. I found one. Looked for probably 4 years now.
That's amazing. That's super cool. And that is the market report, ladies and gentlemen. So good shit. All right. So we are 3 hours, 15 minutes in. Great show, gentlemen. Coming up this week, tomorrow night, long story short, E?
Yes, tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern on Near Nirvana. So I was late today because I was on Comic News with Team Nerd Herd on Near Nirvana. They were short some people, and I was kind of like, oh, let me jump on. And then I saw that it was Jeff, Geek Driven, and I was like, we were talking backstage. I was like, dude, we have an opportunity here. I was like, do you want to do an all Asian panel? And he's like, I'm down. I was like, let me hit up another Asian to see if they will be willing to join. And then, so I hit up one of the two people out of the two people I know that do podcasts that are also Asian. And the first person I chose was Ferdbird. So, because I was like, Ferd, are you down to jump on? He's like, when? I'm like, right now.
Nice. Did he jump on?
Yeah, he jumped on. So it was cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Ferd.
Yeah. So, see, people do like you and know who you are.
Yeah. One thing I do want to talk about before we call the show tonight, though, is one of the coolest fucking things ever happened last night in the world of hockey. You guys know I'm a huge hockey fan. I am a big Arizona Coyotes fan. One of my all-time favorite players, probably second all-time favorite player behind Mark Messier, is Shane Doan for the Arizona Coyotes. Spent one career with one team. The face of the Arizona Coyotes. When you think of the Coyotes, you think of Shane Doan. One of the most, I think Mark Messier is probably the most respected player by other players in NHL when he played. And when Shane Doan played, he was the most respected player by other players in the NHL. And that's a big deal. Well, he's, of course, retired. His son went to played hockey for ASU Sun Devils, and he got drafted by the Arizona Coyotes the other draft, and they called him up. And not only did they call him up, he scored twice in his very first fucking game, dude. It was absolutely crazy, the shit that happened. Check this out. So this is when his son got signed to ASU. ASU just started playing Division I hockey not too long ago, and they both the Sun Devils and Coyotes play in a really small arena called Mullet Arena right now. It's where ASU plays. There's not a big arena for the Coyotes. They're trying to build one. It only seats 5,000. It's called one of the best barns in all of the NHL. And Josh Doan not only scored the very first goal in Mullet Arena for the ASU Sun Devils, in the same arena, he scored his first 2 goals in the first game. It was absolutely amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was probably one of the coolest moments ever. Me and my dad, we bond over hockey, even though I never played it. My uncle was a huge hockey guy with the Phoenix Roadrunners, and my dad called me right as we were starting the show last night for Rob Liefeld. And he goes, "All right, man, the game's about to start. Are you watching?" And I'm like, "Don't tell me anything. I have it. It's being recorded." And he scored 2 goals last night. Here we go.
Dermott, across it goes. Good stick, Werenski. A sharp angle, they score! Josh Stone's got it! First in the NHL! Oh my, the family
That's freaking cool.
celebrates!
I'm getting goosebumps, dude. Shane Doan is one of the greatest people, not just in hockey, sports. He's absolutely loved here in Phoenix. He gives back more than anybody I've ever thought about as a sports player for the Valley. He's got a horse ranch out here, and he's just such a really nice, really great hockey player. And the reason why I love hockey so much is because of people like Shane Doan. The difference that you see in the caliber of human being from hockey compared to NBA is striking. And I think that it's one of the reasons why I love hockey so much. And it's cool to see this happen, especially being, in Phoenix for as long as the Coyotes have. I've been here and been rooting for them. So, very, very cool. Shout out to all the other hockey fans out there. Those are amazing moments to see. Twice now, Arizona boys I've seen score multiple goals in their very first NHL game. I watched Austin Matthews score 4 goals in his very first NHL game, and Josh Doan score 2 goals in his very first NHL game. Really cool stuff, you guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't already. We appreciate all you out there that's really made this channel just kicking ass these last 2 years. We hit over 2,000 subs recently, and it's put us on just a rocket ship, and we have a lot of new subs and a lot of new viewers, and I can't thank you guys who have been here since the beginning and as far back as we started all this in Flipside and years ago. So shout out to all the Flipside guys. Shout out to all the guys who are here on the panel with me and all the guys who help make this channel what it is and this community what it is. We're out. We'll see you guys Friday night on eBay Live for the Murat Michaels Wanted Comic stuff. Tomorrow night, long story short, on Near Nirvana. And make sure you guys stop by Clutch's booth at WonderCon and say hello to Clutch, Leg, Drew, and all the guys out at WonderCon. We're out.
Fucking magic going on while you're